We're gonna see how well this works today. My name is Katie, and I am the developer of The Boss, a Jacksepticeye fan game by Sarcastic Pasta Games, which I founded, I guess. And, here I have, face cam because, oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, I just went onto YouTube by mistake. Don't know if anybody's gonna watch today, but I thought that I would copy this link here, copy link, and share it to the server. Share it to this little mini thingy, share it to the fan server, and share it to the Tumblr, and then we can get started on this lovely game. Wait, how do you... Oh, I guess you have to go into links now? I was having a bad face day that day, but not so much today, at least, hopefully. Today you are getting lots of developer stream. Oh my gosh, why can't I type of the lead dev stream of the boss? Come join me! Exclamation mark. I'm not putting that under my own thingy. Should probably tag it as JSC, but I'm not going to because I kind of want it to just be the fans. And that's that. I see I have one person watching. Hello. Yeah, you can see my face today. My room is a bit of a mess, but I didn't think anybody was gonna care really. And I had to put the camera on the side because it was weird when I was trying to put it on to the top, like the top of my computer. It wasn't staying up because the computer monitor is so it's so thin that I was having a really hard time getting it to stay there. And I don't like to have it precariously dangling or anything, so I have it a lot more I have it a lot better balanced on my my second monitor. And then yeah, so that's a thing that's going on. As you can probably hear, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but my moron of a brother is playing piano downstairs very loudly. We have an electric piano that has a volume control. Apparently he's not going to use that piano. It's not the real piano, it's not the authentic one, I guess. This is my How to Train Your Dragon t-shirt from long ago when I was in that fandom. Although, you know, some of the people who are still in that fandom may tune in for all I know. Okay, good, because it sounds terrible coming through here. Come on, paste. But happy Easter. I figured this wasn't going to be like a super highly populated stream or anything like that. I didn't think it was going to be like that big of a thing. But yeah, I really wanted to share this with you guys. Share this game with you guys. Social Sushi actually uploaded her own Boss is Nothing developer video, which you can see on her channel, which is called Celestial Sushi. And I know it's been a while. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I did part 1, and I didn't want to forget to do this. I didn't want to forget to do part 2, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, people would be, you know, would get to see the rest of it. And it's just me on my own. I don't have anybody talking to me or anybody to bounce off of. It's just me making comments about The Boss, this game that I made coming up on 2 years ago. Wow. It's kind of amazing because I still remember so clearly thinking, like I still remember so clearly like life before like I'd made a game, you know, and I know that kind of doesn't, it isn't kind of like it's hard to describe because I guess if you haven't done anything like this, it's really hard to like put into words. But making this changed me, and continuing to work on game projects has definitely changed me. And I'm very happy with that, and I'm very glad. But at the same time, it's really weird to think back on myself back when this was new. Like when I just released this, or when, like a year ago about this time when I was still working on it. And it's still just a very interesting thought process, I guess. But I don't know, life, you know, life continues, life goes on, life gets weird. And, I guess I just wanted to share this with you, and I wanted to share, I guess, new thoughts on the game, and new thoughts on, just what it's meant, and, like, it's kind of hard to describe, and I think, Jack played it a year ago. I think the 1 year anniversary of the last episode is either upcoming or just passed. I don't remember. But it took a while for him to play it. And I remember waiting like a full week for the last episode and then having that Tumblr post. And I was very happy that he liked it. And I was very happy that he appreciated it. So we're going to get to see the end today, I think. Because I think I got to about halfway through the game the last time. So we've got 3 people watching. I'm sure everybody who wants to watch can tune in at a later point in time. I kind of did this in the middle of the day, so I can understand that people aren't going to necessarily want to watch this. So I will continue my save file here. And, oh, did I not? Okay. Miss Jenny? This is definitely a horror game, and there doesn't seem to be any way out of this room. Though horror games usually have secret tunnels and passages, I'm sure I can find a way to progress. I hope there isn't a giant rat in here. Or worse. What's that moving outside the window? On second thought, I don't think I want to stick around to find out. I've always liked gold grandfather clocks. There's something really homey about them. It just kind of fits her. And these books have some creepy titles. My sister Julie would love them, but I never really got into the horror thing. So, yeah, a lot of people know this by now, but Julie was supposed to be a main character. She ended up not being a main character. And that's about all there is to say about her. She was more abrasive. We kind of had this idea that she'd be more of the sarcastic end of Pausepticeye. But then Billy kind of turned out the way he did, and it felt like sarcastic, you know, kind of clashing a little bit. And I thought that, it's not really a dynamic that needs to be, you know, explored. So we cut her out of the story completely. And we were just like, I guess she'll be Jenny's sister. Jenny was, you know, a slightly later addition. When I say slightly later, I mean we're talking first 2 weeks of development here. And then, you know, I don't really have plans to use Julie right now. Maybe at a later point in time, but I don't think I'm going to use her. I wonder why there's a stool in the middle of the room. Almost seems like it was placed here on purpose. But by whom? There's no light bulb in this lamp. The chair looks very comfy, but I don't think I want to curl up with a good book in this house. I'm curious to see what's in the house. The door's stuck. I don't think I can get back the way I came in. Fake flowers. I'm not surprised. I can't imagine they get much sunlight here. February 4th. Living here alone may have been the worst and best thing that's ever happened to me. On the one hand, I'm lonely, and the only ones I can call my friends, in the loosest sense of the term, are the dead rats. On the other hand, I am at peace to call upon my muse and paint as I please, but my muse has been silent as of late.
Is this white bag trash, Katie?
Yes, it's trash. Oh my God.
Okay, well, why don't you take the trash out? That's not my job. I'm not cleaning up everybody's trash. I got enough to do.
I put a live streaming sticker on my door and everything, and people are still talking to me. Wow, this piano is really out of tune. I don't think anyone's played it in years. Rotten floorboards. Watch your... Whoops. I think a lot of people thought there was going to be a game over here. But nope. Okay. Don't stand on rotten floorboards. Got it. I love this, like, really creepy version of Jenny's theme. It's great. I can hear a weird whispering coming from behind this curtain, so I think I'll leave it be. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take out the trash since apparently it's not my mom's job. So I'm going to black out the video capture, and I'll be right back. I didn't think I was going to be on that long, so I just said, you know, I'm going to leave it up. So I hope you enjoyed Fear Thy Name is Jenny for a bit. Let me turn the face cam back on. Hello. Hello, Kate Stowe? Is that the name? Not sure. But hello. I wonder if anybody's seen this. Doesn't look like they have. I feel like I should tag people in this, but I don't know who to tag. It's kind of like just nobody's on. It'll just be us, I guess. Oh, good grief. Huh? What? Okay. I hope I didn't screw with any volume levels because I hadn't clicked on the game. I was wondering why Jenny wasn't moving. These look like the only things in this house that have been touched recently. February 7th. I felt this odd drive to create something, and a truly dreadful image has come forth from my hands. What is this hideousness? To hold it in my hands made me feel ill, as though the world around me was shaking it. I've broken it up and hidden the pieces. Never again do I wish to lay my eyes upon it. There's nothing in this window. Although if I fell through the floor, am I underground? I can hear a weird whispering coming from behind this curtain, so I think I'll leave it be. Because anybody who's played the boss nothing knows what she's hearing there. I think I need to complete the painting to progress. Hello, Sam. Oop. It's freezing in here. Weird place to put a spice rack. It would be weird to put the spice rack like right next to the door. I guess I can't expect anything less from Jack's computer. Because potatoes. These would make some beautiful crash hot potatoes. On a less bizarre day, I'd almost want to make these into corn chowder. Butcher block counters, nice and sturdy, but creepy when you consider the name with what's been happening in this house. Whatever's in here is frozen to the contents of this bag. I can't pull it out till it's melted. You can make a triple extra large pizza with all these at the very least. My dog has a crate too, but it's not exactly the same thing. I hope she's okay without me. Poor Bob. Poor puppy. All kinds of odds and ends in here. There's a dead rat in one of these baskets. That's gross. There's a trail of dead ants in here. I wonder if they froze to death. Can ants freeze to death? Now I'm curious. I'll have to look that up when I get home. If I get home. Alright, now I'm gonna move this over because you can see too much of my clutter. There we go. I'm more in the center of the frame. Hello. Does Jenny's dog have a name? I think we named her a while ago, but I don't remember what it is now. It was something like Lily, I think. It's a Maltese. You're not going to learn much about it in like the future, but yeah, the dog does have a name, and it's something cute like that. It's something like Lily or something like that. I don't remember. We discussed it a while ago, but yeah, I don't remember. I'm sorry. If it weren't so cold in here, I bet these ingredients would be rotten. There's a cat skeleton here. Schrodinger would be upset. Oh my gosh, why is it so loud right now? I wonder what's in these blue bottles. I hate vacuums. I'm like a dog. My mom had some of these decorative silver trays. I wish we kept them, but I get why Dad threw them out. It's not like she would have come back for them anyway. It's cold in here. The last thing I want to do is get my hands wet. Turn on the burners. Looks like this oven was made by the same people who made Undines. But that should warm things up. Gotcha. Well, that did something at least. These are some nice color palettes. Kind of makes me want to paint something when I get home. Though maybe something a little less creepy than this. April 8th. Despite having rid myself of the painting's completeness, I feel as though its presence still haunts me. Strange tingles run down my neck, and it feels as though I've been watched. The very few people I've confided in are convinced it's the fumes from the rat poison, and I feel as though the ethereal has a hand in this. There's some chemicals in here, but I'm definitely not touching them to find out what they do. I think I hear a heartbeat in this one. Creepy. This box is vibrating. There's no way I'm opening it. Something's growling in there. The bags are squeaking. I think I'm gonna leave them alone. Silence. Which is creepy considering the other crates are up to something. Very nice. I'm pretty sure that painting just moved. I'm pretty sure that was just on the easel. An empty easel. Well, that's not good. That painting definitely moved. What's up with this thing? Wait a minute, there's sheet music on the back of this. I guess I can put that into the piano. Well, I've never been good at playing piano, but here goes. Another painting piece. I guess it's good I kind of blundered into the solution. I don't think I'd have noticed hidden in there. Hello? Is anyone trapped back there? Hopefully the silence is a good thing. Those crates have been stacked together so long there are cobwebs connecting them. I see scratch marks on the side of this. I don't want to know what got shoved in here. I guess I'm on the right track. That was Jack's theme, actually. Not the Wireland anthem, although Jack's theme does play in the Wireland anthem. June 23rd, which is Sushi's birthday. This is getting out of hand. I've gone and taken the pieces from their places and painted over them with the blackest paint I could find. I've also moved them to new hiding places. If only this will ease my troubled spirit, but I'm not so easily convinced. Maybe if I burn them. So here we are. Next area. I never thought art supplies could be so gruesome. This is such a pretty room. I like this room a lot. Sushi designed pretty much everything. July 3rd. I can't stand it. I've checked the libraries in the northeast, southwest, southeast, and northwest, and still no book. If I don't get some answers soon, I fear I'll be worse off than I am now. The turkey is made of plastic. A Rolodex with recipes in it. Weird thing to have lying around an office. Wait, scratch that. These seem to have very vivid and unconventional ingredients for paint. I'll just put these back. There's some old parchment scrolls with really gruesome drawings of dead rats. And a lot of obsessive ranting in the margins. A secret compartment opened up in here. This puzzle reminds me of something. Like I think I've seen it before. Just not in a Jack video. Maybe one of Mark's? Oh well, at least I got the piece. Yeah, it was a fan game that had a very similar puzzle, and that's where I got the idea to do this, and so I wanted to at least, like, you know, call out to that I thought of this puzzle because of a Mark fan game, actually. Because when I was going to make this game, I decided I was going to watch as many fan games as possible and kind of, like, take in how other people were doing it, and then seeing things that hadn't been done yet and deciding, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this. So that's kind of how it all came about. So there's your nice little... Well, that's not how it all came about, but you know what I mean. Very nice picture. Looks like I need one more piece. September 9th, which is my birthday. I was advised to see a physician about the entire matter. After pouring out everything that's been happening, his conclusion was that I was tired, overworked, and needed a break. But how can I be when this is the first I've painted in many months? I don't like this at all. I can definitely say I've never seen this brand before. It seems European from the looks of it. One more piece. Yeah, the fan art's really nice. We were on the tag quite a bit asking for fan art, and just not many people were interested. But I'm really glad that we got the fan art that we did. This house must have a penchant for fake flowers, for some reason. I like the tablecloth. Nice color, because purple is her favorite color. October 6th. It seems the only solace I can find nowadays is in my music. Painting doesn't do it for me anymore. The music instantly takes me to my happy place where all the cares of the world melt away. Until I wake up back to reality again. I know that feeling, bud. It won't budge. To spell a word correctly is to honor its meaning. Wow, that takes me back. Which, it takes her back to an old game, an old computer game called Yobi's Basic Spelling Tricks. Which is obscure. Nobody's heard of it. I think the red adds a stately appearance to the room. I could use a nap, but I can't let Jack, Billy, and Cliff down. Nothing like a little privacy. There's a record in here. Another lamp with no bulb. I've never played a record before. I think I can figure it out. That's creepy. And this lovely song. I sang in this song. There is actually flavor text over this entire room. Good thing I wasn't lying on that bed. I melted too. I don't think that's how paper works. That curtain won't be covering anything in that state, or even moving for that matter. Thousands of years of decay happening in seconds. This is seriously freaky. I've never seen wood melt before. It's unnerving. I guess it's a good thing there wasn't a bulb. Melted glass doesn't sound like something I should touch. I probably shouldn't breathe in the fumes of melted plastic. It's a bit unsettling to see fabric melting, especially without heat. I can't read the journal entries now. Looks like tar. I'm not touching it. That's a one-hit death in Commander Keen. That's the piece I need. Okay, that didn't work. How about I try... That sounds better. Well, that's all I need. I sang in this song. Aw, I'm glad you guys like it. I'm glad you like the song because, you know, it was a unique, original song, and yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward. Y'all can find it on the soundtrack, it's fine. Awesome, I finished the painting. The boss is nothing. What does that mean? Something's happening. I need to get out of here. The door is locked. There must be another way out of here. Hello, Sam. It's kind of hard to see in here. I probably shouldn't run. Though I don't know how much longer the house will stay standing, so I better get out of here fast. So Celestial Sushi actually wrote the song. And this is really fun to program, by the way. I love having like blood on the walls. It's so creepy. Reading is your escape, but all the bookshelves are empty now. Unless there's one that isn't. If you listen really carefully, you can hear the heartbeat. And yes, the house collapsing is Sean's fault. A bookshelf! Oh, I see a tiny switch on the wall now. Never thought I'd be happy to see this place again. I hope Jack or Cliff had more success than I do. Earlier. Let's see what the kitchen holds. I wonder if they've put out many fires here. Probably not. People usually die by being stuffed into springlock suits. I've always loved looking at these. Grease them up and they're like perfect mini skating arenas. Burgers! And they're so thick. Oh, but they're cold. I really want food right now. I wonder what I'd taste like if I were deep fried. I always thought I'd taste like chicken. Or maybe something bossier, like fried crocodile. Also the bread. It's back! That's weird. Wasn't this in my apartment? What happens if you try to go through here? Let's see. Music box is playing. Animatronics are loose. I am not crawling through deep vents, dark vents to find out what's up there. This smells suspect. I'm going to avoid it at all costs. Well, it is trash. Let's go find Sean. This would be awesome if it were painted bright red or green. Not sure where I'd put it though. But it'd make room for a piece that cool. Well, I guess not. Cake! I knew there'd be cake. So that scream came from a Happy Wheels video. Basically, he opened the video and said, "Hey, let me warm up my voice," and then made out this horrible scream. And I just busted out laughing, and I took out Audacity, and I set it up to be able to record the computer sounds, and I replayed the scream through it, and then like set it up so it sounded nice, and that's how we got the scream. It kind of works. It sounds like he's falling, but really he just screamed for no reason. There's just a lot of screaming sound effects, you know. Any luck? No, I looked all over, at least as much as I could, and I didn't see anything even resembling a high dispersion key or a computer part of any kind. Me neither, and Jack should have been back by now. Well, we could all go look for him. I feel like we do a lot of that. Okay, let's go. I think the music box may have stopped playing. Oh no, we're trapped. No, I'm sure there's another way out. We just have to look around. Those doors won't stay shut for long. We're at 3%. That's about 20 seconds before certain death. Then we better find a way out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and we go through the vents. Also, yes, you can see the animatronics walking around in there. That's something I think I added a little bit later. And yeah, the room is a teensy bit different. but it's not. It's negligible, basically. Why are we stopping to look at a piece of bread? You know, all this is gonna sound strange, but didn't we see this bread before? Isn't this a pizza place? Why are there so many grills? This place is the best hamburger pizza. Given this place's lore, are you sure that hamburger is made of cows? Actually, it's made out of code because we're in a computer. That's good to know. Let's heat this up and make these burgers. That's tempting. I don't want to be a killjoy, but do we know how long they've been lying out here? Jenny's smart. Let's keep her. What about me? You're expendable. Hey! I don't think you're expendable, Cliff. I mean, I don't really know you that well. But I think you're great so far. Oh, I like you. Billy's right. We're keeping you. Thank you. I used to work at Chick-fil-A. Do not let that grease touch you when it's hot. I used to work at Burger King, and yeah, don't let it touch you. It's very hot. Yeah, because we're totally thinking of turning this on and plunging our hands in to be deep fried. Can we maybe not talk about this? Why do they call these things in the top of stoves burners? I thought the point was to avoid burning things. Seems like false advertising. They burn things if you're not a good cook. Evidently, the cooking supplies industry has very little faith in people that buy its products. Flies are gathering. That's kind of gross. What do you have against flies? They aren't hurting anyone. Those look like horse flies. I hear they have the equivalent of meat grinders for mouths. I take that back. I loathe them with every fiber of my being. I've got so many ideas for different foods I'd want to fry, and they all seem totally delicious. Let me guess. You're the kind of weirdo who would deep fry Oreos. One step ahead of you, Billy. I've actually tried them. I have not. I really want to, but I haven't actually gotten around to doing it. If my soul were a food, it would be deep-fried Oreos. They speak to me in a way that no other food can. I can think of a few ways to speak to you. Ooh, party hats. Who wants to try one on? Kind of worn out from the party hat discourse from earlier. I miss party hat discourse? Oh man, that's my favorite subject. If it helps, it wasn't very exciting. I just like talking about party hats. Are we talking about party hats now? Technically, we're talking about party hats. Talking about party hat discourse. Let's just keep going, okay? Man, I need to remember that there's like so much discussion that can happen off of this flavor text. Because lately I've just been putting like 1 or 2 lines in here, but I forgot how much discussion there was. And it's fun to kind of let the characters bounce off of each other. You know, if we took this, we could torch this place and the animatronics with it. Yeah, because they only have 1 fire extinguisher. Well, even if they did, the sprinkler system would probably kick in. It was just a suggestion. Remember, everyone, it's a trash can, not a trash cannot. Well, trash can we leave you here? No, you trash cannot. I feel like I've peaked too early in writing. I have an idea. Let's take these back with us. This is everything to do with spooking Jack, doesn't it? Yep. But why? I don't know if you've noticed, but it's pretty fun to get a rise out of him. You should try it sometime. No, I think I'll pass, thank you. It's too mean-spirited for my liking. Stop making me feel guilty. He's already murdered me more times than I can count. A little payback wouldn't hurt as far as I'm concerned. As many mannequins as this house had, does anyone stop to think that maybe this guy's building a mannequin army? That's a stupid idea. They can't even attack anyone. You scoff, but think about it. It'd be very effective against Markiplier and Jack. Who's to say it wouldn't work against the rest of the world? As annoying as it is to admit, you do have a point. Even if it's a dumb one. Earlier, Billy says he doesn't like the string on party hats, and he's the first person, well, character to ever agree with me on that. No, I don't like the string on party hats either. They pinch. This looks like it marched straight out of a Dr. Seuss book. Doctor Who? Snort. What? Never mind, Billy. Fooled by cake. Typical. Well, looks like the time has come for a leap of faith. If it means saving Jack, let's not waste any time. Alright guys, do you want me to get everything right, or do you want me to get everything wrong? Or, like, do you just want to see everything? You can get an Easter egg if you get everything right, so I think I'll just get everything right, I guess. Cluster truck! Jack said this was easier than the game, and I was like, yeah, of course it is. I wasn't planning to recreate cluster truck in RPG Maker. Do I look like an idiot? Or, you know, a masochist? I just wanted to make it look like cluster truck. So actually, fun story. The trucks themselves are bolted, like, to the game. Like, they're not moving, but the background is moving, so it creates the illusion of movement. So, yeah, really proud of that. And also, it's in kind of like a widescreen thing, because it was made to the wrong specifications, but it had like a square on the top and bottom, so we were like, that's not a big deal. We'll just add the squares on the top and bottom so it'll look really nice and still kind of have like that widescreen look to it. How do I keep getting myself into this? Hello, Jack! Did you miss us? Ah, balloons. No, I don't think you missed us. Clearly we didn't make as much of an impact as we'd hoped, but that'll change momentarily. What the Fahrenheit are you doing? Untie me! Aw, quite a shame. We were hoping for a bit more enthusiasm. For what? Well, now you're just letting us down. You could at least pretend. Might be the thing that keeps you alive. At least we spared your life, unlike a certain skeleton. And he caused you tons of pain. Really, why be friendly with him and not us? No, you cannot remake Cluster Truck in RPG Maker. That's the point. It would be impossible. You can't do 3D games in it. I don't know why you'd want to anyway. I've heard of skeletons in the closet, but skeletons in the bathroom? That's just tacky. Well, thank you. That you like learning the behind-the-scenes information. First off, that wasn't subtle. Second, who the hell are you and why are you tormenting me? Do you really not care about your own community? Your own fan games? I see not much has changed in the last few years. You can't expect me to remember every game I've ever played. So what you're saying is we didn't make an impact. Jacksepticeye's paradox? You know, the time we tested experimental potions on you? Oh right, the Team Rocket knockoffs. Why? It's like we have to be mean in order for you to treat us nicely. Okay, look, I'm nice. I'm smiling. Smiling is nice. I'm treating you nice. Let me go, please. I don't know what I don't means, but okay. Hey! Ooh, look at that. We've got visitors. Wow, you must hate us if you're willing to ally yourselves with someone like Billy. So true. So sad. Let Jack down. Wow, your whole posse is so unpleasant, Jack. It's been 2 years and we don't even get a hello. Manners are clearly out the window. What will we do with you? Well, I have one idea. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, this is going to be tons of fun. Hello, Sarah. And what are you thinking? What else? A second chance to prove yourself. Technically it's a third chance. I mean, Jack did fail twice the first time we met. Prove ourselves how? Simple. Game show. I have a bad feeling about this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 lovely contestants here to try to redeem Jack's already tarnished name. If they get all the answers correct, they get an amazing prize. But if they get even one wrong answer, to the love you go, Jackaboy. We can start with an easy one. Yes, that sounds fair. Alright, so look, here. Look here, where my mouse is, when I press this enter button, because you're going to see something. And no comments from the peanut gallery. They're going to have to figure them out all on their own. Did you see it? Hopefully they got a good memory, because if they don't, it's off to the nice pit of lava you go. Bye-bye! So, first question, what has Jack here said is his favorite color? Okay, I'm not going to wait for you guys to catch up with me. Oh, they're not as dumb as they look. Hey! Well, don't count on your victory just yet. Oh yes, we have a wonderful little batch of questions already for you. So, Jack's Myers-Briggs type, according to the test, has what dominant Jungian function? Alright, so he tested as an ENFJ. And if you know anything about typology, they know that the ENFJ's dominant function is extroverted feeling. Does anybody know that? No. Only me and the weird typology nerds know that. But I'm a typology nerd and I wanted to give it a question that would be so difficult that most people would fail. So, oh, someone knows their typology. Quite impressive. Very impressive. Already on to round 3. Which name is Evie not given to Jack? So, yeah. She's given him some interesting names, but she's never called him Fuok. Correct! Congrats on remembering such obscure trivia. But this game isn't over yet. Oh no, there's still much more to go. But you are over the halfway mark. What is Jack's favorite Christmas carol? Alright, so that was in a cluster truck video. And he said it was Old Holy Night. And I hope it's still true. But yeah, he said it was his favorite in a cluster truck video, so really obscure. I don't think he's ever mentioned it a second time either. Oh, very good. So you are paying attention after all. You know, they did much better than I thought they would. So they did. And just one final question. There's one person here who is bound to know the answer. No, I don't like the way you said that. So, final question. Who does Billy have a crush on? Wait, what? Answer the question or Jack takes a plunge. Who does Billy have a crush on? No, don't answer this! Oh, I guess it is a bit much for our poor friend Billy. For you, we'll change it. Who does Billy have a crush on? Does it even matter? I don't have a crush on anyone, shut up! Billy and Fran, that's adorable. You know what, just drop him. Nope, you got it right. You get to go free. And getting all the answers right on the first try, very impressive. I guess we can untell you, Jack. Your friends have really stepped up. I guess it's time to say farewell. Shame. It would have been fun to drop you in that lava. Well, I can't have everything you want. Thanks for not killing me. So rude. After all we've done, you're so ungrateful. Well, you did almost kill him. Even so, manners are important. Oh well, hopefully you remember us better this time around. You never know when you'll see us again. But we did promise a reward. How about this high dispersion key we've been carrying around? Fictitious computer parts are so out of style right now. We'll take it. Oh, and since we got all our questions correct, take this Easter egg too. Got the Jacksepticeye. Yeah, these puns are just amazing. Yeah, that one's mine. I think this took too long. If I could go back, I would like streamline it a bit. These merchants made me really glad I got Sans here instead of them. He's too lazy to try and kill me. Hello again, Jack. Hello, the Antorial. What brings you to this portion of the house? Can a man want to visit his own kitchen? Well, I do not see why not. However, I'm afraid that the kitchen is in a state not suitable for human eyes. Does that mean what I think it means? Yes, for the sake of your mental health, I'm forbidding you from stepping foot into this kitchen until further notice. Time to call my insurance, I guess. Aw, Ori, you're so cute. It's a cute little goo guy. This plant is plastic. My favorite kind. No watering required. The clock hasn't moved. The only time that matters here is playtime. The more you get, the more alive you are. The more alive you are, the happier you are. No wonder you're so chipper all the time. I like that lamp, Jack. It's an interesting shape. Thanks. I got it at a garage sale. Total steal at €1. I mean, it doesn't turn on or anything, but it's a nice decoration piece. World of Goo, I think. That's where they're from. Ooh, you have a Nintendo 64? Not so loud, clip the copyright here. Lawyers might hear you. Yeah, Nintendo was getting really on people for copyright at the time. That is a seriously nice TV, Jack. Perfect for raging at games in high def. I don't generally rage at games on my own time. Yeah, your blood pressure probably thanks you for that. Cookies! I knew you and I were destined to be the bestest friends ever. Papers, please. Okay, Potato Man, just let me into my room. Very bold move, trying to enter your room with such confidence, but I still can't let you in. Now I think this might be a revenge for all the times you denied him access into glory greatest country. But he was always my favorite. Come back with passport and 3 tickets and vaccination records. Never thought this guy would be such a stickler for the rules. And before you go, take this. A potato? You need food for your journey. Okay, but a potato? It's as vitally important. Glory to Rostotska! Guess we're not gonna get a sufficient explanation. Too bad you didn't get hit by a flying golf ball going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Too bad you didn't get eaten by a velociraptor after getting your eye poked out by a lemur. Too bad the surgeon simulator didn't take your eyes out and put them where your spleen is. Too bad you actually made it to the final station. I've got one. It's gonna be really good. Okay. Too bad Cruella de Vil didn't see you and then send her henchmen after you to beat you over the head so she could make your skin into coats. Too far? Too bad Freddy didn't rip your head off too soon. I don't know how Potato Man knew that. He just did. They're back! Too bad. I guess we have to get rid of all these sticks. And also, his little arms are doing a thing. And look at May's ear. Her ear twitches. Oh, hello, Snow. I wondered where you were. But they brought us extra limbs. On a person. We can poke them all with sticks. Ow! Stop it! So Angus, do you have any advice? Don't act like May and Greg when they're together. Okay. Anything else? Don't die. You guys have a lot of confidence in us, don't you? I mean that in the best way possible. We would miss you here. Aw. I'd prefer it if you didn't hug me. Wasn't going to. Thank you for respecting my personal boundaries. I see you brought an extra person. Yep, hey Bee. Hey. So, technically I took our advice and picked up more limbs. Bring in more of the theorists, Snow, if you can. We'll have to remember that you take things more literally than we intended. I decided I like 4 better than 3. The more the merrier when Billy's part of the party. More is also better when you're being chased by zombies. You can just trip one and still have 2 left over. Is that really what you think of us, Bee? I'd be lying if I said it didn't go through my mind. So who'd you kill first? I'd start with the loudest, so in your party, the purple one would be the survivor. So the person you'll work hardest to save all of us for would be Angus? It's not personal, it's just self-preservation. You and Greg would attract the horde. Yep, this is where things get kind of crazy. I am not going to talk to everybody here. So this was hand-painted. Well, not the Mona Lisa. That was not hand-painted, but this bit, and then, of course, the tummy bits were all hand-painted. By Mango Fritter. This was given to us by a guest artist, as was this. And I actually gave this to Jack, like, personally. I mean, yeah, the Mona Lisa was hand printed, but that was printed out by a printer. But yeah, when I met Jack, I gave him this little picture. It's a lot smaller than you think it is. Like, it's way smaller than that on the screen. It's teeny. Hey, Nugget, how you doing? Nugget is feeling marginally better than last time we saw each other. Well, that's good. What's making you feel better? This artwork. It is soothing to Nugget's soul. It makes his problems seem infinitesimal. Art will do that. The colors, they are mesmerizing. Nugget feels a sense of calm. Also, as it happens, Sans has a satisfactorily large stock of nuggets, and he has already earned Nugget's friendship and trust. What can I say? The kid speaks to me. You would, Sans. No more talking. Nugget must restore his inner balance. Shoo. Nugget is having a deeply spiritual moment. Shoo. He was fun to write. Hello! I've noticed you've done a bit more work on my bathroom. You might want to catch MTTV tonight at 9. New show about interior decorating. Hey, Sans. You sure make a lot of friends in a short amount of time. Am I really your friend already? All my subscribers are my friend. At least I'd like to think so. Guess I'm still chopped liver. I'm withholding judgment on you. Well, I'm still here. I still got a business to run. You want to buy anything? Tempting, but I already bought most of this stuff already. It'd just be repetitive. Repetition is success, you know? Success for what in this case? In this case, me. But I thought that was obvious. Whee! Are you all me? That fidgety time you figured out that you snizzing devil. Is that Billy? This filtering computer just censored me? This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Billy? How'd you come back to life? Step away from the Billy! This is the best moment of my life. Jack, you're a lovely person, but I think one of you is more than enough. Yeah, I think I agree. Awesome lamp. Can I take it with me? You can if you want, but why would you want to? So I can have a souvenir of our friendship. Why does everyone on this computer think they can just help themselves to any of my possessions? Gee, Jack, it couldn't possibly be out of revenge for killing a bunch of us. No, I'll just leave this here. But Undyne, it's a huge problem! Don't be ridiculous. You've seen horror movies. Nobody ever looks up. Do you not see Jack and his friends standing right here listening to your entire conversation? Whatever you do, don't look up, Jack. Just don't. Why not? You'll die, and it'd be horrible. We wouldn't want that, would we, Virus? We really, really wouldn't want that to happen to our dear merciful friend. Here's the key, Alphys. Thank you. I really hope finding it this time wasn't as bad as last time. Well, it depends on who you ask. I'd take the first one again in a heartbeat. See? And you brought a friend! Alphys! Yeah? I love you! Thank you, I think. And Undyne and Papyrus, I love you too, and I ship you two so hard. What? What? You too? Both of you? I'm really lost right now. Undyne and Papyrus are the OTP. I've never met anyone who ships them other than myself. Me neither. Oh, I'm sorry, that's probably pretty rude to say in front of you two. Your computer's your story, tell it however you want. But cool it out, means Alphys and I have someone to double date with. Even if that someone includes another version of me. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a fun date. I know what you're thinking. Get back in the trash, Alphys. I never left. I think it's kind of weird to pair up people you know in person, even if you only just met them today. So you're saying you wouldn't go with Franbo? What? No, shut up! I think I have a new OTP. So, the next key. Well, you guys are doing great so far. We just need that one last hydrodispersion key. You still can't get the firewall done? Oh, I'm glad you like the stars and the eyes pictures. We do have more. Coming up in Glitch, of course. No, it seems to have mutated. Whatever this boss is did their homework. I can't do a thing to it. Well then, what sort of dangerous fields will we be facing this time? I can't tell. Whatever it is seems to have a looping signature to it. Other than that, I can't get a good read on it. Best be prepared for anything I might throw your way. Looping signature? Seems to be a game that resets itself a lot. I wonder what that could be. We won't know until we find out. Hopefully it doesn't reset itself because we die all the time. Well, thanks for all your help, Alphys. Now onward, team. Wait, no, not team. Gang? Comrades? Posse! Ooh, or Posepticai. I like that. Okay, Posepticai, let's roll out. Whee! I'm gonna let you guys read all that stuff for yourselves. I'm just gonna give a quick save, just in case the game like crashes. And here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee number 427 did. Wait, hold on a moment. Cut the music. You're not Stanley. Who the hell are you? Why are there 4 of you? When did I ever indicate that this was a multiplayer game? No, not here. Not there. I specific... Oh, damn it. Fine, very well. Who are you?
So, we actually wrote this ahead of time. A lot of this, anyway. But Citrus played the narrator, and he did a wonderful job. I'm Jack.
Jack? Oh, no, I can't. I can't call you Jack. Jack's a rubbish name. Jack is not a hero's name. Jack is the name of a man who slaughters streetwalkers in 19th century London. Jack is the name of a financially challenged boy who disobeys his mother, climbs a beanstalk and steals from a giant. Jack is not a hero.
I mean, sometimes I go by Sean.
Sean, I could live with a name like Sean, but Jack? I will find a more suitable name for the protagonist of this adventure. You are not Stanley. And I'm not saying you're not Stanley, I'm saying you are not Stanley. In parentheses. With a hyphen in between. It's very fancy, you look great on your business cards.
Forget this, let's just go through this stupid door. Wow, most boring company secrets ever. Stock options. Seriously, do we need to keep looking through these? I think I found something. What is... Whoa, Billy, put those away. It's something I haven't seen Oh, wait, no, I haven't seen that before. Is that guy inside out? Is that even a person? I think that might be a Halloween decoration. Seems pretty official. Let's just keep Billy innocent and close these files. And your definition of innocent is... How about we close these files to keep me innocent, okay? Oh, wow. I think I found more pictures. Put it down, Billy. Oh, bless. It's a computer. Well spotted, Jack. And here I thought it was a flamingo. Actually, it's a Veil Magnica 2300. Looks like they got the latest biosensor hardware and everything. It's a good model. There's literally nothing inside these drawers, and yet the cabinet next to it is practically overflowing. Pac-Man, that was random. I'm sorry, it's always been a dream of mine to irritate some boxes. Why? Just something I've always had on my bucket list, so consider these boxes ticked off. Can we just leave him here? Okay, so that's the same. Who keeps piles of boxes? Honestly, I like boxes. How much pizza do you think? Puzzles. How much pizza can you fit into one of those? Well, it depends on the size of the pizzas. Are you talking large or personal? It makes a difference. That is a very important distinction. Let's say personal. What do you think? Well, I think 4 would fit on the bottom, so if we knew how tall they all were, we could probably calculate how many would stack. How tall are personal pizzas, do you think? Maybe an inch or so? Are they in their boxes, or have they been... Why are we talking about this? How is this a discussion? Let's start it. What? How dare you! I have never been so insulted in all my life. Betrayed by a friend, how could you? I may never trust anyone again. It truly is a sordid tale. It's nice to see you two getting along, especially at Billy's expense. Ooh, you should climb into this one. Why? Because then you'd be a jack-in-the-box. Seriously, can we leave him here? Come on, that one was good. Even Jenny laughed. It was a pity laugh.
I was going to refer to you as not Stanley and the Three Bears, but in the efforts to avoid confusion, I think we shall rename you all. If not Stanley, Stanley Jr., Mariella, and you, I think you should be called Finn. You rather look like a Finn to me.
Stanley Jr.? Not a word! So this area was so big, I was just like, I'm not putting flavor text on everything. Do you smell anything coming out of the room? Or is it just me? It smells like Chinese food. It smells more like Vietnamese food to me. I can tell the difference based on the smell. Billy, that's racist. How's that racist? They have similar cuisine. I was just messing with you. You really are making me question the decisions I've made in life.
Oh, really not Stanley? You think you can get an achievement so easily again?
Maybe not an achievement, but... So, if you click on door 435 times in the Stanley Parable, the original, you get an achievement. So. It's locked. Why would they lock the door? I don't know, Cliff. Maybe because they don't want 4 total strangers walking in on them? That's an oddly specific motive. Jack, why? Just why? Because cookies are delicious. That just about sums it up. Really weird. Like content provider, like subscriber. What? This plant is fake. Why has someone been watering it? Maybe to clean it? Sure, very effective to strategy, watering only the base of it. Maybe the fake dirt got dirty. Forget about these really strange ones. There's a little sign on the door. Looks like a legally binding contract. Weird. By entering this room, you agree to blah, blah, blah. Wait, what? Waive all rights to photographs taken of you in this room with or without your knowledge or permission. Oh, so it's basically like going to a convention. Even the hippopotamus clause? What happens at PAX stays at PAX. I've got to go to some of these conventions. And he does. And he gets his hug. Much as one of my fans put it. Well, one of my fans told me later that she was very upset that Cliff didn't get a hug. But he does at PAX. I wonder what kind of gossip has been exchanged at this cooler. Well, Ascar and Turley got back together for a while, but they started fighting, so I'm not sure if they're lasting. Potato Man has started a black market side business for half-eaten. How do you know all this? I live here. Duh. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and skip all this. I'm also gonna skip the door dialogue because it's stuff. Why do so many of these plants look the same? Do they have a clone army of plants here? Good thing I never played a game based on Little Shop of Horrors. Don't even plant that idea into my head. You two are killing Billy over here. It's fine. I'm used to it. Alright. Here it comes. I see. What are you doing? He seems he's a practitioner of palm reading. Ugh! You two are so infuriating! Do you know why I am here? Do you? And that's why you can't trust goldfish! Wait, did you mean the cracker or the fish that time? Both! They're all in it together. It's a conspiracy! So, can we move on? Yes, let's. And let's never talk about this again! What did I just say? Well, you started with, you three are so infuriating. Do you know who I am here? Do you? And then, if I recall correctly... And that's why you can't trust goldfish. It's disconcerting how good your memory is. Don't. Yeah.
When faced with the impossibly grandiose decision of which way to go, Not Stanley chose the red door on the left.
Why have I got that? Sorry. That was for funnies. He does not have a photographic memory. Vickers' memory's pretty bad. I was just being stupid. So which way should we go? Red or blue? I feel like this is a test of our personalities. You know, come to think of it, even though I just went through a death-defying situation with all of you, I don't feel like I really know you all that well. Well, to be honest, we haven't had any spare time to talk either. It's just been going from one thing to another. We should change that. Well, first we should probably pick a door. I remember in game theory that psychologically the color red is associated with competition and action, whereas blue would be more associated with intuition and puzzles. So we're either going to be shot to death or be destroyed in a game of chess. I think it has something more to do with personalities. You know what? Never mind. Wouldn't it make more sense for this to be about obeying versus disobeying, since the narrator specifically told us to go through the red door? Wouldn't it be more of a challenge not to go through the red door? Maybe he should have told us to go through the blue. But it's so simple. All I have to do is divine from what I know of the narrator. Is he the sort of man who would put the bad ending behind the door he endorses, or the door that he doesn't? Now, a clever man would put the ending behind the door he doesn't endorse, because he would know that only a great fool would do what they were told by a disembodied narrator. We are not great fools, so we clearly cannot choose to go through the blue door. But he must have known we were not great fools. He would have counted on it, so we clearly cannot choose the red door. So it's still 50-50 either way? I guess we could flip a coin? Let's just pick one at random. I'm so disappointed that Jack didn't get that that was a Princess Bride reference. That was literally a direct quote from the Princess Bride. So, red or blue? I'm gonna leave that up to you. I have to, like, wait for you guys to catch up, I guess. It does matter what door you choose, sort of. It has a slightly different area. Wait, Kate, have you never seen this game before? Why are you watching if you haven't seen this game before? Alright, everybody wants me to go through the blue door.
And so, Not Stanley arrived at the Not Meeting Room Employee Lounge, complete with ugly blue carpet and broken soda machine. $2.50. I was just trying to get a Coke.
Sharon, how did you get a Coke? This machine was broken.
Same great taste. 0 sugar. Now with a hint of vanilla. I'm sorry. I like that we predicted that. Well, we didn't predict that, but we had a Coke reference before the Coke references were kind of a thing with Jack. Sharon, how did you get a Coke endorsement?
What do you mean use a credit card? Not in this country, Sharon.
It's official, he's cracked. So yeah, you pretty much can just walk through here. Whoa. No, you couldn't go through there. Whoa, okay, you can walk on top of this. I did not know you could do that. You basically just have to walk around and wait for the narrator.
The employee lounge was immaculate in how boring it was. The subtle papers scattered in the corners really spoke to mankind's need to unload after a long workday. A long workday affixed with ugly carpeting and a broken soda machine. Not Stanley, please do something.
He improvised all of that, by the way. There was no scripting. At least not in that section. Oops.
Every fiber of the carpet, every strand of the ugly blue mass underneath you, Not Stanley, is begging you just like me.
Please don't stay here any longer.
I'm gonna stay here as long as I dang well please. We're gonna do a little jig.
I'm thirsty. Not Stanley, can I borrow your credit card for the soda machine, please?
Now we're we're going the opposite direction. Whee!
I empathize with the plant in this situation, not Stanley. Beautiful, resolute soldier, unaffixed by time and space, locked in an eternal battle with gravity. Still it stands. Why does it stand? What is it fighting for? It doesn't even know, because it's a plant. You make me think that you're a plant, Stanley. Only I'm gravity, and you fight me. You fight me at every turn, not Stanley. Why? I thought it was a pretty good story up to now. I mean, objectively speaking, of course. There are better stories. I mean, have you read any Tolkien?
Did you just say Stanley instead of not Stanley? As far as I can tell, yes. Glad to hear it. I thought it was cracking up. May just be him, though, since he's completely forgot the parentheses. Y'all would be lost without subtitles. Wonder, can you make it so you can't see anybody? You can. Billy's just gone. Oh, they're just like bopping up and down. That's so cute. Now the tops of their heads are cut off. It's really boring to wait for him to do things.
Not Stanley has become a cluster of sentient algae, which has decided on the perfect place to set up home in the employee lounge. Watch as it nestles itself between the fibers of the ugly blue carpet. Its home. Its sanctum. Its only source of sustenance being a broken soda machine. Not Stanley, please, do something!
He's getting a little bored. Alas. Whee. Huh. Interesting.
Alright, not Stanley. You've made me play the final blow. I didn't want to have to do this, not Stanley, but you've left me no choice. I will give you a cookie if you will go out the door. It's chocolate chip, not Stanley. You can't say no to that.
There is a definitive end. I don't think anybody ever, like, stayed in this room until I, was saying, oh, by the way, this is a thing you can do.
You're saying no. You're saying no to me, aren't you? Fine. Fine. If that's the way you want it, then I won't eat the cookie. It was a very good cookie, Stanley. It was delicious. Made with loving hands and pasteurized eggs.
I love that comment. Duo 7 still owes me a cookie and I'm upset.
And for your information, are there any more cookies around here?
Why are we still here? At this point to drive the narrator nuts. I think he's off looking for a cookie, so shall we? Yeah, let's go.
Not Stanley triumphantly blundered into his boss's office to find that no one was there. Now he could play with his boss's secret keypad, but he'd never know that the combination was 7326. Oh, not Stanley.
The boss's office looked really different than it did in the original game. I guess whoever was in here last did some interior decorating? Yeah, it looks different from the last time I was in here, too. I wonder if it merged with something. Like what? It kind of looks like your recording room. Yeah, it does. Oh well, maybe it happened when the apartment came here. Maybe it did. Weird.
Oh, clever, not Stanley. You remembered everything, didn't you? Except you forgot that this is an entirely new adventure. This is not a code, not Stanley. This is plain English. ABCs, 1, 2, 3s.
7326. Haven't seen these around. They're kind of like septic guys, but yeah, not quite. Weird. I wonder if this boss guy's been leaving them. Or if we just have some graffiti artists with interesting tastes. What? Tell you later.
7326. You're welcome.
Coffee. So how do you guys like yours? ST with a lot of creamer. I think if it's more than 50% creamer, you can't legally call it coffee anymore. Then I guess I'm a coffee criminal. It's a lamp. Do we need to look at everything? Only if there's nothing better to do. Guess you got your priorities straight, Jack.
7, 3, 2, 6. My word, not Stanley. There's something going around the office.
Looks like my lamp at home. It even has the same color. I wonder if this one is being possessed by the boss. Okay, the boss is not a demon possessing your computer. Okay, but imagine Alphys is an exorcist. Stop giving the internet ideas. There's enough weird Alphys fan art out there. I've seen things.
I've got
horrible
7
things.
reasons to love you, not Stanley. I've got 3 reasons to care. I've got 2 reasons to double up, and I've got 6 reasons to dare. I love you. No, I don't. Just enter the code.
No. Bye. Okay, you can't actually leave or do anything. I think that's all the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there should be a 7th one. Oh, right.
The door is open. Go through it.
Is anyone wondering if there's something kind of weird going on? No, of course not. Everyone gets sucked into the computer at least once. It's practically mundane. I met with the narrator. Well, he doesn't really sound like the narrator from my copy of the game. Mine neither. Maybe it's an imposter. Okay, maybe do we need to start coming up with the conspiracy theories? I'm just saying he's acting kind of weird. I guess I'm mostly concerned with why the boss's office looks so much like yours. Yeah, that is weird. I wonder if it has something to do with this boss guy who's preventing me from getting us all back. Oh, I got it. Maybe it's you. I'm pretty sure I'd remember sabotaging myself. I just noticed something. That's odd. Oh well. It's not a big deal. You can't really notice it unless you're looking for it, or... That's so weird. I wonder what happened. No, hear me out. Okay, so maybe you're gonna end up in Oxenfree, right? And you'll bang your head and go evil and then go back in time and sabotage your past self. Is someone lying down on my bed? No. Oh yeah, I guess it kind of looks like feet, doesn't it? No, that's my blanket. And we all just evaporate? Okay, but that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for sharing.
Finally, not Stanley found himself in a truly terrifying and chilling place. A cavernous chamber, filled to the brim with television monitors, upon which bearing the numbers of all the employees, and Stanley was one of them. He was shocked, not slightly embarrassed. Altogether, the mysteries were beginning to build and compound to one satisfying and grandiose conclusion.
Why do we stop here? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's definitely a blanket. There we go. I don't know, maybe to press buttons? Do you do everything without thinking it through first? No, I think a lot of things through, very seriously. Like naming a Billy. You did that off the cuff. Well, what else do you think we need to do in this room? Actually, I think Jack might be right. Might as well press these buttons and see what happens. Also note that the 207 has a certain status. Should have had these change colors when you press them, but whatever. And also note that employee 404 seems to be having a bit of a problem. Where to next? Back to the elevator, I guess. I think I saw a hidden button there that we might have activated. Who knows? So is anyone hungry? No, not really. Exactly. It's so weird not to get hungry anymore. Is that why you've been talking about food this entire time? Don't think I haven't noticed. I'm just trying to remember a time when I had the comforts of eating delicious food, like cookies and cakes and chips. Sounds like my kind of meal. Now I miss being hungry. Why'd you have to bring it up, Cliff? I was happy not noticing. What the heck is going on? I wonder what's over that way. Last time I saw one of these, there was definitely a good reason for it to be blocked off. Well, it just gives me more incentive to find out what's out there. What's there? I don't think running into danger is the best idea. Maybe it'll open up later on. Why is Jenny smarter than everyone here? Oh, gosh, I wouldn't say that. Don't put yourself, Jenny. I'm glad you're a part of Posepticeye. Oh, thanks, Jack. So if we're done being sweet and friendly, can we get back to the story?
The mind control facility was too horrible for not Stanley to comprehend. Had he really been controlled this entire time? All his thoughts, his action? Not Stanley didn't have to worry about the on button because it was broken.
Because I was too lazy to do anything with it. Also, this here, did not notice this. Was added without my permission. Yeah. But it's hilarious because it's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song lyrics that Sushi just added. And I didn't know about it until a fan pointed it out. And I was like, wait, is that really there? And so I looked, and sure enough, snuck that one by me. Now you can ask Sushi. She's actually here, and she's the one who wrote it.
Somehow, against all possible odds and expectations, not Stanley had freed everyone.
Just taking my
It
socks
was a
off.
joyous, exuberant, classical example of a hero done well. Everyone would be free. No one would be told what to do, or what to think, or where to go. No one would have to pretend to be a narrator after being fired unfairly for something they didn't even do. And our hero, not Stanley, bravely and proudly basking in the glow of whatever he did that freed everyone. Well, he knew where he was going. He was off on another bright adventure. What new mysteries of joy and wonder would await him beyond that glowing door? No, come on. That was a beautiful story. I don't want to have to do it again for Not Stanley, who won't appreciate it. Why can't I get someone who appreciates my stories? Now we have to do it all over again. And it won't even be the same story because you're just going to pick something else. Oh, what will the narrator say? It'll be so angry now. Let's go in the other door. Let's push something else. Let's lock ourselves in a closet. What will he say? What will he do? Curious as to what happened, Not Stanley left his office.
Oh no, do try to contain all that excitement. Jack made that sound as if something very inappropriate. Ugh.
Not Stanley and his co-workers. Wait a minute, no, this really can't be right. I mean, I know we're going off the cuff as it is, what with the renewed stage after the freedom ending, but we really cannot go anywhere if those doors aren't open. I'm going to have to look into this, hold on.
Oh, good. More test subjects.
What's that? Who are you?
No need to play dumb, Employee 207. They ought to know what you've been up to this entire time.
But I'm the narrator!
That wasn't even a nice try. You don't sound anything like the narrator. More like a sound-alike who's auditioning for Saturday Night Live.
Come on now, that was uncalled for.
But I really must thank you. You've brought me more test subjects, like I've asked for. So I suppose you're actually good at something. You might want to introduce yourself, though. Seeing as you're going to be working with them more, it's best for them to get to know the real you.
Yeah, you know what, she's right. I'm not actually the narrator. Surprise.
Shocking, I know.
And you're not actually getting out of here. GLaDOS and I have teamed up to find and test subjects for the future of Aperture Science.
Or the present. Seeing as we currently have no one to run through these tests, we're not too picky. Despite your obvious lack of intelligence, we are required to use what we have. So congratulations. You're all at the top of your group. By default.
Shirley needs to work on her motivational speeches.
Anyway, I don't think we should spend too long out here. While there is no discernible passage of time here in the digital world, we do need to get a move on. The average human lifespan is a pathetically short 70 years or so. Even shorter in Billy's case.
Well, I mean, he does respawn, so I think that actually makes his lifespan a lot longer.
Oh, I like her. She shows potential. Actual potential. Not the kind that leaves you high and dry, having been overrun by a wave of disappointment. We only have 2 functional tests at the moment, but I see now how to divide you up perfectly.
Wait a minute, hold on. As Sushi and I have spoken before, sorry, the Stanley Parable area was planned well in advance. The Portal area was planned a month before we finished it. And that means full writing and full, graphics too. We got that done so fast. I think that's the area that we got done fastest. And it's funny because it's also one of the more tricky areas. And it kind of proved to us especially that we had, because a lot of the stuff that we did in this area was all stuff that we couldn't do when we first started, making the boss. It was all stuff that was way over our programming level. So this area I'm really proud of because Sushi and I both did this one pretty much by ourselves, and it was all kind of like a big show of all the stuff we'd learned, because I don't think we really needed that much help with this, if I recall correctly. I think we had a little bit of issues with the end scene, but there wasn't it wasn't that big deal. It was just more like we were struggling a little bit with that. Hello, Erin. Rude.
I suppose we could record how long it takes you to go insane listening to this song, but that would be needlessly cruel. It would be more humane to throw you in the incinerator just outside the door.
I've never tested anyone before. This should be fun.
Okay, who even are you? I've never seen an employee of 207 in any of my games as far as I can remember.
You have seen me. But I guess you don't remember. Hey, you've killed me, though.
Wait a minute, I've killed you? What game are you from?
I guess it's kind of hard to remember someone who's just one in a crowd. Party hard? All I was doing was partying innocently, and then you murdered me. Or at least, you did when you finally noticed me.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, but I mean, that is the point of the game.
Yeah, it is. And yes, I know I'm supposed to die. It's a small role, but it's something.
It is actual Stanley Parable music. We got permission from the composer to put it in the game, but then ended up not using it. And then I was like, we need to put something in the background, so might as well put this in because we already have that composer.
And all I wanted was for my roll to go off without a hitch. But you almost didn't notice me in the tutorial level. It's a small roll that I wanted to do right, and you almost messed it up.
So you're taking all this out of me because I almost didn't kill you?
Not fulfilling your game role, or at least having a near useless experience, was kind of a blow to me, I ended up leaving my game to find one where I'd be more appreciated.
Yeah, that sounds like going turbo.
Who? Never mind, I guess it doesn't matter. Point is, I went to work for Aperture Science, met a man named Stanley, boring guy. Long story short, I got fired for something I didn't even do. But I managed to lure the narrator away with a cookie and took over his recording booth, so there's that at least.
Wait, you lured the narrator with a cookie?
Never underestimate the power of baked goods around video game characters.
Yes, well, as exciting as all this exposition and reveal is, I'm sure you're going to want to get to the test. This room wasn't designed to last, you know.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose where you come from, most rooms are permanent. This particular room was designed to be disposable, left standing only for about 30 minutes after its creation. We at Aperture figured that with the amount of test subjects we were going through, sanitation was an issue. It was more cost-effective to create and destroy holding chambers when necessary, instead of sanitizing the old ones.
Did I ever push buttons for that?
Perhaps.
So Stanley worked for Aperture. Oh boy, that explains a lot.
Anyway, seeing as this room was created about 29 minutes ago, you should probably head through the portal.
Yes, David is fantastic. He's so good. But so is Sushi. Everybody's really good. And yes, they are both coming back for the sequel, but I'm not going to tell you any more than that. I'm not going to tell you if they're coming back to play their original roles or if they're going to come back to play different roles, but they are both coming back to voice act for the next game. And that's all you're going to get. Sorry. I'm just enjoying the music and showing you guys something that I think a lot of players don't find. And I had a playtester who was like, oh, I'm going to stop here, and then say goodbye to me, sent me a message like a second later after saying goodbye, and freaked out at me because he didn't know this was going to happen. If you wait a full minute...
As it turns out, you're not allowed to die inside the walls of Aperture Science. It raises the insurance rates. Welcome to the Friction Inhibition Gel Test, or the FIG test, as some presumed clever scientists have called it.
I mean, yes, a lot of puns came out of that, right? That's too easy. Those jokes are all low-hanging.
Cliff Smedley. I will be sure to make a note in your file.
Oh boy, what did I do wrong? Are jokes not allowed?
You aren't in trouble. I was just going to note that you believed you were clever. It's honestly kind of charming whenever the test subjects assume that they have the necessary wit to complete the tests. But we'll see how well that wit serves you here. The cube you are pushing around is the Aperture Science Weighted Companion Cube. This cube has been coated with the complementary FIG agent, hence why you two won't slide on the floor, and will accompany you on your journey through this puzzle, serving as your beloved and faithful companion. See to it that you do not break its fragile cubed heart.
I wasn't planning to, but okay. No, Jack, you see, this is how they get you. She's trying to emotionally manipulate you into believing that so you'll feel exactly the way she wants you to during the test.
By the way, I should inform you that due to emotional complications, the Aperture Science Weighted Companion Cube cannot come in contact with the Glacier White testing surface squares. It has also updated its online status. And it says that you are now officially its best friends.
Don't let her manipulate you, Jack. I will be your beloved and faithful companion through this test. Platonically. My heart belongs to Taryn. Aw, your girlfriend? Well, that's kind of a strong word. She's a girl, and she's my friend, and I really like her, but she's not my girlfriend. I see. Well, maybe someday.
Provided she hasn't overlooked him for another handsome specimen. Then again, I'm honestly surprised that anyone would find either of you two viable candidates for coupleship.
I'm gonna ignore that. Yep, just gonna ignore that. I remember Jack took actual offense to that. He was like, you can insult me all you want, but do not insult my looks. It's very funny. Oh, also. Adriana, tester 625. So I don't want to freak you out, but my brother Eric's girlfriend's name is Adriana, and she's also a fan of yours. It's probably not her, Cliff, but we'll keep an eye out. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Congratulations. It seems you defied the odds and completed this puzzle. Your audience of one was on the edge of his seat the entire time.
What's that?
Listen, you can even hear his voice trembling from the adrenaline.
Oh no, I was just running. I had to check up on the others since you're over here.
He's delirious with happiness for you.
Okay, now what?
Push the button nearest the door, and you may leave. though leaving comes at the price of sacrificing one of your party members.
Say what?
She means push the button and drop the cube into the incinerator.
I would say that terseness and elegance were never so delicately woven together as in your statement just now. But they weren't. And it's not nice to lie.
Hey.
But he is right. In order to continue, you will need to sacrifice the Aperture Science weighted companion cube.
Done and done. Let's just Cliff. After everything you've done for us, little cube, I'm gonna really miss you. Please don't hold it against us. Cliff, you just said earlier that's for manipulating how we feel. What? Oh, right. Whoops.
You two really are morons, aren't you?
Call us what you like. Still finished your puzzle.
Irrefutably so. Well then, proceed to the next room. I'll be with you shortly, seeing as the other team may be about to finish their puzzle.
What happens after that?
More testing. Try not to let the newness and excitement wear off just yet. It makes the years more bearable.
Years?
Watch that first step. It's a doozy.
I think she ad-libbed her lines for this. I don't remember, but I think she did.
Well, if I'd have known that you were going to throw yourself in there anyways, I would have let you bypass the puzzle. Aperture Science is a dangerous place. You really should watch your step.
Oh, what?
I don't mean to turn up the heat, but you really should have avoided that.
Oh, what?
I know you fell in love with the companion cube, but you really should not go after it. It is off on its own journey to the afterlife of companion cubes. Unless this one was a very naughty companion cube, in which case it went to companion cube hell, and you dispensed justice. Well done, you murderer.
Oh, what?
Now I'm not seeing a way out, and that's our first priority now. I know, but Jack and Cliff, I'm really worried about them. I am too, but you'd think they'd be a little more resilient. I mean, do you have to go find those two jokers? Really? Why do we keep getting separated? Are you really that disappointed to be stuck with me? Are you kidding? And of everyone I could have been stuck with, it was you. It was the least annoying person. Thanks? In all honesty, it really is a relief.
Ah, you're awake. Time to do some testing, I suppose. Unless you would like to call out sick. I would not recommend this. However, in the event that you do forfeit on account of illness, we have a pharmaceutical test we are running. So far, the known side effects have included but are not limited to muscular pain and weakness, headache, loss of vision, loss of hearing, loss of vision and hearing, minor internal bleeding, major internal hemorrhaging, growth of a third nostril, palpitations, constipation, aneurysms, Ebola, swine flu, Ebola and swine flu, and in 43% of the cases, instantaneous yet painless death. Any volunteers?
I like how Jack christened it swine-bola. I could name a handful of things on that list that I've experienced before. Pass.
Good. Then I think you'll like what I have in store for you just outside that portal. Why don't you take a look? Admittedly, these turrets are older models, so they are only capable of sight in a straight line in front of them. They're kind of stupid that way, but with the cuts to funding, we've been digging through the old warehouses. At least the bullets are every bit as lethal. I hope they never change.
Lethal? Don't worry, I think Player Agency has us both covered here. Player Agency? It'd take a while to explain without the rule book, just know that you're safe from ultimately dying here. Okay.
I have to go supervise the other test subjects. Their vitals indicate that they appear to be waking up and will need someone to conduct their side of the experiments. Employee 207 will be over shortly. He's such a useful tool.
Tool? That sounds ominous.
Does it? I suppose I'm just happy to have so many test subjects again. It makes me feel a little more pleasant inside.
A little more pleasant. I'd like to see the scale for that. Did anything about that strike you as odd, Billy? All of it. I mean, it sounded like there were more test subjects than just us. You don't suppose she has other subscribers, do you? I don't think so. Aside from you and Cliff, I think everyone who else who got uploaded was accounted for. Well, that's a relief. You must have amazing connections here in Wyland to know something like that. I don't know how you all do it. Yeah, we're amazing like that. Let's just get these things turned off and get back to the others.
Hello?
And that's me. I played the turrets.
I'm on fire. Goodbye.
Gladys is talking more about test subjects. It's still bothering me. I don't know who it could be, though. She's crafty, I'll give her that. So it could be any number of people. Heck, it could be other game characters. Who else fills that description, though?
Sorry I'm late. Got a little lost with
Searching.
the cameras. I mean, I knew Amateur was big, but man, that's a lot of cameras.
And then again, Jenny, I think our short list just got shorter.
Huh?
Nothing. We'll tell you later.
Okay, well, don't wait for too long. You got me all curious now.
Canvassing.
I feel bad if it wasn't about to be riddled with bullets.
Okay, you win. Nap time.
I had one person who was like, it's so sad that you have to kill them. I'm like, you've never played Portal, have you?
It burns.
On the subject of things still
Sentry
bothering
mode
me.
Activated.
The subscribes again? No, it's actually about
I
Jack.
don't blame you.
Jack? What about Jack? Well, it could just be my imagination, but something strikes me as weird about him. Weird? Well, Jack's usually weird, but weird how exactly? I don't know. He's just... I mean, he doesn't feel like Jack. Well, I mean, when you put it that way...
You're still
Could you
standing
come
there?
over here?
You just pushed the button. Can we get a move on? I know GLaDOS likes to rub people's lifespans in their faces to say that they have all that time to complete the tests, but I'd really like to do some other stuff with my time if you don't mind.
Losing not good. Critical error. Ow, 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 ow. Shutting down.
So, sir, how did you get started working with GLaDOS?
You're honestly curious about that?
Yes, I find characters' backstories to be fascinating, especially when there's lots of detailed lore.
Oh,
Are you
sucks.
still there?
Actually, it wasn't too long ago that I started working for her. Not too much, really. She tried running me through the tests, but apparently my scores were so different, in the higher sense of the word, that she promoted me to her right-hand man. And now she's got me looking for test subjects and helping with giving the tests and stuff.
Hello.
It's amazing how hard it isn't once you get to work. I guess the job descriptions just make it sound way more difficult than it actually is. Like BSing a school paper.
Assuming you went to school. Billy, please. Anyway, that's pretty fascinating. From humble beginnings to upper echelons, huh?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, it's kind of fun supervising. Like, you two were my first, but I can definitely say that I'd love to
Searching.
keep helping her like this. And with the way things are going, you two might end up being my permanent test subjects. Imagine the hours we'll spend together.
One puzzle at a time, man. Jeez. Alright, it's up here.
Canvassing. Ow, 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 ow. I don't hate you. Please stop. Good night. Ow, 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 ow. No hard I'm back. feelings. Congratulations. You have shown exceptional intelligence in completing this test. How well did they do, Employee 207?
Oh, very well. And thank you for letting me oversee this. It was quite an experience.
You seem to be responding as hypothesized. Very good.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did I say something potentially damaging? No, it was nothing. Anyway, being so short-staffed, it falls upon me to redirect the other two to the next puzzle. Keep an eye on them, Employee 207. I'll be back to set up the next test for them afterwards.
I think our suspicions were just covered with a huge confirmed stamp. Seems like it.
Seems like what?
Please do not be alarmed when we tell you this, but we think GLaDOS might be well, using you as a test subject.
What? No, that's just ridiculous. Why would she?
Well, when we were talking earlier, you did mention being a test subject from her before.
Yeah, that was after she found me hiding in the recording booth.
Just now? That wasn't a lot of time for testing.
No, I was just pretending to be the narrator when you showed up.
Okay, but please think about it. She may have never stopped using you as a test subject, even after giving you your promotion.
Do you think she'd really?
Come on, this is GLaDOS we're talking about. She totally would. Her talk about hypothesized behavior didn't really sound like it was directed at us. It seemed more like you. And it seems like she's been implying that us, Jack, and Cliff aren't the only subjects she has. Do you know any others?
No. You four are the only ones she has.
I was so tired.
You know what? Screw this. Go through the door. I'll meet up with you guys later.
Well, shall we? Let's. So, the VA for 207 actually wants to be a professional VA, and I think he's really got the talent to do it. Jack, Cliff, you guys are okay? We were so worried. So were we. Our puzzle was dangerous. You can say that again. Dangerous? Ours wasn't. We had to stab a cube around. The poor thing had to die to save us. That's all? They gave us turrets. Turrets? Billy, you should have been a gentleman and protected her by being a bullet sponge. Come on, Jack. I wasn't gonna let her anything happen to her. I'm not heartless. Seriously, you of all people should know that. You've seen it, what, hundreds of times now? Anyway, we're fine. Yes, the turrets were older models. Easier to deal with. That's good. I'd say ours was more dangerous for our sanity. Okay, I don't want to be a downer after the mood got lightened, but we're still definitely in a ton of danger. What do we do now, then?
We rebel.
Rebel against GLaDOS?
Yes. Rebel against GLaDOS. She's had me wrapped around her digital fingers since the day she found me. And we're putting a stop to it right here and right now.
Right here?
Okay, well maybe not right here. But we'll have to get to where she actually is. Now, I've done a little digging and I found something useful in the files. It's a path for you guys to follow and it should take you right out of here. You all get going. I'll deal with GLaDOS myself.
Are you sure? Be careful out there. Yeah, she's tricky. Thanks, Joe 7. Let's get going. Now that we're together, let's get out of here. So this is the Stanley Parable like adventure line music mixed with Portal style music, which I'm very, very pleased with. Also, if you notice, kind of reminds me of like Star Wars text, but you can see JSE up here. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, honestly. JSE. It says hi JSE, but the hi is a little bit harder to read. Summers, hi. Hey Jack, do you want to hear a poem? I guess sure. My name is Salem, and when you run and when you're having lots of fun, and when the line leads you to me, I sit here and read poetry. That was awesome. Hey, thanks for that. Gotta run now. Got another poem for us? You'll have to come back tomorrow for another one. Oh, okay. Bye, Summers. I also love that it says line. You see it? Line. Very funny. Oh, it's Limbo! So surprisingly, this harder to do than you'd think in RPG Maker. The line being above them, I mean. It took a bunch of events to be able to do that. But I'm glad we were able to. Hey, it's home! Maybe we should stay here to keep Billy alive. I've been fighting against that for years. You have about 100 videos worth of proof, Jack. We get it. Alright, I didn't think it was a thing on the trash can, but there is something here. I wish Jack had noticed that.
peanut gallery. Come to watch the demise of Employee 207? Well, not that you could actually see it, given he's an invisible entity.
Guys, I'm glad you're here.
207? You don't sound so good.
This was tougher than I expected. Turns out I can't do this alone.
Wait a minute. Why did your line out of this place lead us here?
Could have sworn I told it to take you guys to safety.
Wait. Oh no, 207. That was the Stanley Parable Adventure line. Oh man, you're right. It just takes you to adventure, wherever that is. Must have been here. Then, well, I'd like to think this was fate. We'll help you in any way we can.
You must be fooling yourselves. You can't possibly reach me, and even if you could, how are you going to stop me? You don't have any weapons. I suppose you could try and egg me to death, but you'd run out of eggs soon enough. And none of my circuits are exposed enough for that to do any damage.
So that line only appears if you've gotten enough Easter eggs. I think you have to have 3. But yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the people who played this game did not. Yes, the GLaDOS sprite was amazing. It was done by Annie Alice, who is doing a full map in the next game. A couple full maps in the next game. It is not done yet. I cannot wait to see it because I've seen the preliminaries for it, and it looks really good.
They don't need weapons. Guys, get to the other room!
What are you doing? Get back here.
Now what do we do? There's a lot of buttons here. We probably need to do something with those. Well, it's probably a good idea not to touch any of them until we know what to do.
Exactly. You're gonna need to press those in a certain order I've programmed to initiate what I'm calling the endgame protocol.
You wrote a program behind my back? Clever. Maybe a little too clever. If I unleash you, or any of them, upon the world, who knows what could happen?
That sounds a little too ominous.
He's a clever one. I may be a killer aperture science facilitator, but I'm a fair killer aperture science facilitator. You have 2 minutes before you meet your demise. And don't worry, I'll write some nice things about you in your records. Tried hard. Did their best. Showed promising signs of near intelligence. Something like that.
You're gonna blow this place up?
Yes. Oh, but don't worry about me. I can transfer myself to a safer location, so aperture science will live on with me in the other parts of the
Oh
facility.
my gosh, why am I so tired?
This part will be, without a doubt, out of commission for good.
Okay, so, see those buttons? You need to press them in the order of a specific word or name that has significance. Take a look at the letters and think.
So these were actually, the letters were actually made out of recolored bloody letters in the horror pack, I think. But Sushi can tell you that.
What? Why did the timer stop?
Now! Head to the pedestal and throw something in!
In? Don't you mean on? And what do we use? I don't know, but whatever it is, it has to be small. What about the potato? Now's not the time to be hungry! Wait, that'll fit on top perfectly!
Potato. Ha ha. Very funny. Is that a reference?
Somehow that worked out better than expected. I guess it is now. You have fun with the nostalgia, GLaDOS.
Wait. No. No, this can't be happening. Not again. No! I suppose you find this terribly funny. Leave me. Because as soon as I get out of this form, I am going to terminate your sorry and send them to whatever afterlife you all may care to believe in.
Naughty, naughty.
You all really did it. You all really did it! Whoa, man! That was pretty touch and go, but wow. You all really came through and saved our hides. Just, thank you. Really. Thank you so much.
Happy to still be alive. Man, my heart's still pounding like crazy. Woo! I might need to lie down. Just like right here. Please don't step on me or trip. Watch your feet. My hands are really shaking, but I'm glad we're alright. Billy, you don't seem to be very relieved. You alright? It's not that. I am relieved. I guess I'm just feeling kind of numb right now after going through all this shit. What? How did you... Why didn't you get censored? Oh, about that. Evie censoring was primarily for my benefit. Just because everyone's censored around me doesn't mean I don't know the words already. It's pretty simple, dumbass. Fructose you, Billy. That's so sweet of you to say, Jack.
Yes, well, as charming as all of this is, we should probably get you guys out of here. Thanks so much again for everything. You've really opened my eyes as to what I need to do.
What are you gonna do?
I think I'll head back to party hard. It's been a while, and, well, having a near-death experience outside of your own game really makes you think long and hard about your life. So, thank you. I'll make sure you guys get out of here safely.
Oh, gosh. You're welcome. And thanks. Be seeing you around, 207. Hey, it's the hydrospersion key. It must have spawned outside the game. Are you serious? We went through all that and it's just here? Odd that we didn't see it on the way out. And I think we spawned right into Stanley's office, so that's no real surprise. I bet Gladys did this on purpose. Well, it doesn't matter. That's the last key. Hey, what are you doing in line? Market research. Have to keep an eye on our competitors, too. Plus, we thought we could pickpocket a few people and sell their stuff back to them. That sounds like you two, alright. Pretty sure that's illegal. It's only illegal if you get arrested. You do realize there's law enforcement in the building, right? Not for long. That's ominous. Ah, Jack. Toriel, let me guess. The kitchen's still unsuitable for my viewing? That is correct. Somehow, the unthinkable has happened. The unthinkable? What does that mean? It means it's something you couldn't possibly think of, Jack. Very funny. The spaghetti that Papyrus and Undyne had cooked earlier has morphed into a being of sentience and is demanding sacrifices. We are currently assembling a team to dismantle the monster and send its core back to the nethers of space. You know, Toriel, you were absolutely right. That was the unthinkable. Did I save? No, I don't think I did. Don't talk to me. I'm brooding. Why? Because it's my character. I'm brooding and a little bit sarcastic. A little bit? Shut up. I just need a cigarette. You have one in your mouth, which you're not allowed to smoke in my apartment. Yes, I respect that. I also can't smoke outside your apartment either. Stupid Wireland is so fragile. I have to go back to the game to smoke. So, go back to your game? I can't. They won't let me. I'm the ride. Have you tried quitting? I'm sure your friends would support you if you decided to, and it would be better for your lungs. Oh, stop the PSA. Everyone knows smoking's bad for you. We do it because subconsciously we just want to die. Well, it's your funeral. I'll come back. Nugget is disconsolate that you are to be leaving Swireland so soon. Aw, Nugget, I'm sorry. Nugget will never forget the time we had together, however minuscule. We didn't really have a lot of time together. Nugget has not forgotten the time we brought about the apocalypse together. You have kept your Nugget safe. But no, I don't have it with me. It is a metaphysical nugget. The nugget in your heart. But please take this final nugget as a token of Nugget's appreciation. You got the nugget. Now Nugget is distraught over your departure and does not like long goodbyes. Shoo. Nugget is in agony over your departure. Do not extend it. Shoo. You're back! How did this round go? It was filled with insanity and existentialism. So, good then. It was definitely interesting. I had a good time. We almost died. I know, it was awesome. See, Papyrus, Cliff's got the right idea. We're outside our game, Undyne. Flaming unicycles are out of the question. Spoil sport. Anyway, did you find the hydrospersion key? Yeah, we found it. It wasn't easy. Actually, it was easy. The road to getting it, not so much. Who knew corporate grudges were so difficult to work around? Huh? Never mind. Here you go, Alphys. This fixes the computer for good, right? Let's see what I can do. We did it! Yes! Now we can go home. Jack, what's the matter? Well, I mean, we can go home now. And of course we have to. But I have no idea how we got here in the first place, and I'll admit, I'm gonna miss it. You're leaving? Well, I mean, this isn't our world. And I can't really play games unless I'm outside the computer, can I? He's right, Papyrus. We're going to miss you so much. Yeah, you're awesome for a total dark. I'm gonna miss you too. I hope it's not out of place for me to say this, but if I didn't have to work on your computer the whole time, oh gosh, I'd have liked to spend more time with you, Jack. Oh, you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys so freaking much. Even if you're not my version of the characters, you're the first ones I ever saw. We shall miss you too, Cliff, and you too, Jenny. Same, man. You guys are really sweet people, and sweet to hang with. Oh, don't forget double date. Just ask Jack for his IP address. I can't wait to meet you guys. I know it was a short time, but apparently that's all it takes. I miss you all too. Jack, you have the best fans, and now you guys are gonna be friends. Yeah, nothing like a good adventure to bring people together. Speaking of, Papyrus, you said we're outside our game. Does that mean if we were inside our game, you consider the unicycles? Well, I suppose so, but depends on who's riding him. Maybe we can get Sans to do it. Bet him 1 gold and he'll do it. His dignity is cheap. That's one of my favorite lines. I think I've said that a few times. Sans' dignity is cheap. Dude, the guard pays me well. I could do that for days. Anyway, not that I don't mind delaying what's coming, but... yeah, we should get you guys home. All you need to do now is go through your bedroom door and that should do it. It's set up to take you all home. Why the bedroom? The computer is a bit finicky with all the directions. I got through the firewall, but it won't set up the way home anymore else. But that's being blocked off. Yeah, little potato man's dumped himself the border guard for Jack's bed chambers. You could forge the documents. Sans is great at forgery. Undyne, you're a royal guard. How could you suggest such a thing? There's literally no way to get legit documents in that game. So fight fire with fire, huh? Sounds good to me. I doubt that he's gonna know the difference. You saw the stuff he gave you, Jack. Obvious forgeries, yeah. Well, worth a shot. Well, you better get in line soon. Sans doesn't serve cutters. He led us to the front so far. He's been cracking down on rules since this little kid started going through the line putting gum in people's hair. Are we gonna have to stand in that really long line? You might not need to, Billy, but Jack certainly will. And I'll stand with him, even if I don't need documents. Yeah, that's a good point. Are we gonna need to fool him too? Nah, he says he runs a strict border, but if he sees you're with B, Jack, he'll let you by. Well, better get going. Yeah, you should. But before you do, you should know that once you leave the house, you've left Wireland. As soon as you cross the barrier between the game world and reality, you can't come back. Even if you tried to go back, you'd get into the apartment, and we wouldn't be there. No one fictional would be. So only real people through the door. Only real people, no game characters. We can't leave with you, Jack. That's okay. I really appreciate everything you've done. Yeah, I'm really glad we met you. You're just as cool as your videos make you look. Thanks, everyone. I guess we got a line to stand in. Let's get going, Pasepta guy. Credits watched so late. Yes, the art for this part is great. It was the last bit Alina ever did for us, actually. Sorry guys, I'm completely sold out. Seriously, we spent who even knows how long in that line? What can I say? You're popular. But I got a hairbrush you can have. Why do you need a hairbrush? You don't have any hair. Well, that's just discrimination. I offer you a perfectly good hairbrush and you criticize my appearance? How dare you? Your insulting comments really cut me deeply. I'm dying inside. At least it adds more color to the conversation. Thanks for the offer, but I'll pass on the brush. Well, I guess you could always just tell Potato Man who you are. He might let you through. Who knows? Weirder things have happened. Guess it's not a half-baked idea if we butter him up first. This one. I like this one. Alright, Potseptic guy. I think we should take our chances. Thanks, Sans, I think. Alright, I'm only going to talk to Fran here, because I'm tired. It has been quite an experience meeting you in Jack and Cliff. I don't think I shall ever forget you. Good, because we'll never forget you. Especially Billy here. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Well, I am really happy to have gotten to know you. Please come back to Wireland sometime if you can. I don't know if that's possible, but if I'm ever around again, I'll be sure to look you up. Oh, and Billy, I have something for you. I painted it myself. I hope you liked it. Oh, Fran, thank you. It's great. So that is our last egg. Papers, please. Will my ID work? I am Jack, you know, as in Septiceye. Well, you know, say so in first place. Just need to make sure you are you, and I see now you are you. And that's all it took this whole time. Hey, just be glad it worked out this time. Well, I guess this is it. Away we go. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for all the memories. Seriously, it's been amazing to meet you. Hey, if Jenny and Cliff are reconnected through the internet, we can all hang out with their alternates. Yeah, it's not totally goodbye. Yeah, dude. You humans can always give our games a play in biz if you ever start missing us. Or even if you don't. Seriously, this has been an amazing experience. I guess I'll see you all in my spare time. I've got some games to revisit. Come on, Billy. We've got some subscribers to save. I can't, Jack. Didn't you hear what Alpha said? Real people only. You know, it's kind of flattering you forgot I was just a character. Yeah, I actually wish you could come. I wish I could too, but you know, just a couple of sprites and lines of code. That's all I've always ever been. You know you've been more than that. You've always been more than that. I know. Actually, it feels weird to say this, especially to you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me, Jack. Come on, that's not true. All I do is rage at you. I know, and because of that, because you singled me out, look around. There's so many versions of me everywhere. Everyone knows who I am. And your subscribers, they really love me. Yeah, they love to hate me. But I'm not a major character. I don't even have my own name. All I am is a kid on the back of a bike. You made me so much more than that, Jack. You made me someone special. That's all any character can ask for. I may not have an official name, but I'm proud to be Billy. Oh, I'm glad, Billy. So, I guess this really is goodbye then. I guess it is. Unless you play Happy Wheels every now and again. Just promise you won't forget me. I promise. And Billy, thank you. Thank you for... Look, Jack, I don't want to do this long drawn out goodbye. All I want to hear is you say is what you always say to me. Screw you, Billy. Screw you too, Jack. Come on, everyone. Let's go home. I knew you'd come, and just like that, the boss's nothing ends. What? Who are you? You seriously didn't miss me? I'm disappointed in you, and I thought it would have been obvious. After all this time running around and trying to undo my work. You mean, I'm the boss. What? But I don't understand. Why did you try to stop us from leaving? Who are you? Wow, I guess it is true that no one really cares about me. We only ever tune in to see you. The boss is nothing, after all. Jack? Who is that? It's Auntie, right, Jack? It's her computer, and that's an evil use, so that must be Auntie. No. It's Sean, isn't it? Ah, you've caught on at last. About time. I wondered if you would figure it out or blunder around like an idiot with no idea what was really going on. Wait a minute, what? I thought Sean was your real name. No. Sean is his real name. Wait, but don't you get it? That's Jack. The goofball. The yelling idiot who never knows when to quit. He's not me. Not anymore. That's not true. Don't give me that. Don't try to turn against me. I made you. I'm the reason you even exist. No, don't you give me that, Sean. You've trapped millions of people on my hard drive. And for what? What was the purpose? It just doesn't make any sense. Of course it doesn't. I didn't trap them here. Then who did? Don't you understand? It was Billy who orchestrated this whole thing. He trapped the subscribers. He called us here. No, that's crazy. Billy wouldn't do that to us. He cares about the channel and the subscribers. They're what made him who he is. Oh, he didn't know what he was doing. He actually thought he was doing us a favor. No, that makes no... Haven't you ever wondered how you knew he needed the power regulators and just so happened to have them on him? We always seem to know just the right things to say at just the right moment. He trapped everyone, but he didn't do it to hurt you or anyone at all. He knew that I was in conflict, so he decided to set this whole adventure up so that I would be a hero. I would see how much the subscribers love me and need me. Then why are there two of you? What do you think, Jack? Why are we two people? I was so conflicted. Perhaps the computer saw two different people when I was uploading. It turned I into us. And he's not as dumb as he looks. So that's why everything fell off. You weren't completely you, Jack. I just thought I was wrong about you. You actually were. You seemed different. You caught on that, I'm surprised. I didn't think anyone would care. Why did you leave those messages? The boss is nothing. The boss is useless. What's the point of leaving them all over the computer? To stop me from coming? Come on, Jack, you're smarter than this. You know how this place works. We affect canon more than canon. Our thoughts and opinions and moods, they shape this place. What it is. What it looks like. It's far more than ships or voices or headcanons. Even the messages found all over reflect how we really feel inside. So why are you still here? The only reason I didn't just leave is I noticed 2 subscribers were missing. And I couldn't just leave 2 people trapped in the hard drive forever. You mean we just glitched into the games instead of wherever this is? Yes. It was a mistake. You should have been uploaded with the others. Oh. I guess we weren't special after all. No, that's not what I meant. Just come with me and everything's gonna be fine. What did you do to them? They're with the others now. They're fine. You are not leaving me here. What are you going to do about it? I'm not going to let you win. Come on, Sean. I know you don't want to do this. Do you? Do you really? We might have been the same person once, but now everyone expects me to be you all the time. But I'm more than just you. I'm sick of drowning in you so much that I don't even know who I am anymore. I have not seen that Star Trek episode, but now I want to. You feel powerless. He doesn't seem to see you. I know that's not true. You stayed for Jenny and Cliff. You wouldn't leave without them. I know you still care. That's not what this is about. Then what is it about? It's about the real reason we're doing this. It's for the subscribers. It's because we want to make them happy. And it's because they expect it of us. And I am sick and tired of keeping up this facade. You have to change his mind. But he's not listening. I know, it's like everybody's favorite song. It's that other girl on the wall. But it's good. What do you mean? You aren't making any sense. You have no idea what it's like trying to act the same way day in and day out without anyone recognizing the real person behind it all. It's so tiring. If it weren't fun for me to make the videos, I would have quit long ago. But now, it's starting to lose its luster. I didn't even look at the timer on it. You want to tell him this is just a momentary feeling, but the words won't come. Don't you think you're overreacting? Maybe we do need a change of pace, but getting rid of me isn't going to do anything. Like what, a vacation? Do you really think we could just put everything down and turn off our social media and uploads that long? 3 days off the schedule and the relentless algorithms of internet relevance would begin to crush us. And even if I could take a vacation, I can't even go to the movies without you being called out too. Ever heard of a burnout? Well, I suppose a little ball of energy like you wouldn't understand. I hate this one. I hate this one so much. I remember having a really hard time with this in playtesting. Your mind reels. How can he discount you like this? So you're just giving up? You don't know what I've been through. I don't even share that with you. You literally can't feel despair. You can't understand how this feels. You're just one face out of many. One little piece of me that monkeys around for the amusement of others. Haven't you seen what they're saying about you? I guess you wouldn't care. You don't care how what you do reflects on us. Anything to get a laugh, right? It was alright for a while. But now we're too divided. I need more space from you. We can't coexist anymore. Is he right? The community isn't going to care for me all the time. They want to see our real face. Even if they don't like what they see, they want the connection. We've always tried to be genuine and honest. Why should it be different now? I can barely muster up the energy anymore, Jack. I can't be the person they want. And I don't want to let them down. I can't let them down. This is the only way to end this. I forgot about you. You have to save him before he does something he'll regret. You're wrong about the subscribers. You're wrong about the community. They really care about you. Yeah, they might say that. But they're just looking for their next laugh, the next 20 minutes of entertainment. Now, stop struggling. I'm sick of this fighting. One of us has to win. It has to be me. I have to make it right. You think you're losing? What is it you have to make right? I need to set us all free. And I can't do that if you keep getting in my way. I can help you. I don't want your help!
I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. But for me, even if it's only 20 minutes of laughter, it's sometimes the only 20 minutes in a day I can laugh. You keep me company, like a friend, when there's no one. Thank you. Please, just thank you.
It's not just her. We all love you. Not just because you're freaking hilarious, but also because, you know, it's real for us.
I have millions of friends to talk to whenever I'm down or when I'm super excited about anything. You give me the energy and the inspiration to keep doing what I love, which is creating. So, thank you.
I am so proud of who you are and what you're doing. Thank you for giving me the courage to follow my dreams.
You've made me want to create again, to just keep on trying until I crack whatever the hell it is I'm doing. I mean, hey, how cool is that, dude?
Don't give up.
Stay determined!
I believe in you!
See? They do care. Even if it doesn't feel like it. I know that's easy to forget. Also, if you look, the little dots are moving left to right. And that's sort of, if you look at stage directions, and it's totally like a huge detail that I think most people miss, but in theater, if you enter from right to left, the audience is going to automatically feel like something is off. But if you enter from left to right, the audience is going to feel like more connected with and more comfortable with your character. So as a way of like symbolizing that he's changed and he's doing better, when you first walk in, the dots are moving from right to left, and when you in this scene and further, they're moving left to right. So that's just a little thing I don't think most people notice, but it was really important to me that I put that in there because I've had years of theater training and I didn't want them to go to waste. But that's why I'm here. That's why you need me. Because you can't do it alone. No one should expect you to either. Burdens are lighter when carried by two. Or more like a few million more. I'm sorry, Jack. Don't be. I might not be able to feel despair, or burnout, or anything negative, really. But I think that helps me see things in a better way. That helps me see you in a way everyone else does. It's so easy to forget that everyone else sees us differently than we see ourselves. So, let me be the one to continue to remind you of that. I think I may have read that wrong, but... Thanks. No, come on. I think we've been separated for too long. Well, that feels better. I thought you were gone. Is everything okay? Wow, thanks for the warm welcome. You know that's not what I meant. So, what happened? There was this burst of light and I don't really remember much. Me neither. It was weird. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're back. Where's Sean? Well, here. I mean, we were the same person this whole time. Now it's just official. I still can't believe Billy did all that. Believe it or not, Billy was just trying to help. My Sean side did some digging while trying to figure out how to get us back and found out what happened. I mean, it's kind of convenient, you know? Me meeting all of my subscribers and beloved game characters. I read a bit like a fan fiction, and that's what it was. A well-intentioned story, starring me, being written by a little boy trying to fix something he saw was broken. But how on earth did he do it? Billy isn't installed like the other characters. He's from a Flash game, so he was saved in the cookies on my computer. Part Irish, part internet. He's basically one of the most powerful people here. So he used the internet to bring us all here and send you on an ego trip? I doubt that was it. I think he brought us here to show us, Jack, how valuable he is to us. I agree. But he sort of underestimated how complicated things could become because, well, at his heart, he's really just a little boy doing the best he could. So why are we still here? Well, he must be uploading everyone. But I think he queued us last. He wanted to make sure we had a chance to say goodbye. So, I guess we should say goodbye and stuff before Billy sends us off. I mean, Mailman, it was great meeting you. Even if no one is going to believe me, and I may not believe it myself, but you know, this is the most awesome thing that's ever happened to me. Well, it's not like this is goodbye forever. We could still meet at conventions and stuff, and we'll always have YouTube. Sadly, the closest convention to me is AwesomeCon, but you haven't been to that one. Well, you never know. I guess I could Google it or something. Or you could ask them to hire you, and that probably would be more effective. See you around, man. Yeah, thanks for everything. See you. Sushi did this version of Girl on the Wall. She didn't do the one before it, but this one was her. So, I guess it's time for me too. I really wanted to say thank you, Jenny, for everything. If it weren't for you, I don't know how this would have ended. No problem. It really all meant a lot to me, all of this. I'll never forget it. I'm really happy to have met you. Oh no, you're making me cry too. Come here. Thank you, Sean. You're welcome. Well, this is a relief. Maybe now is a good time for toast after all. Oh, you guys are crying. No, it's a happy ending. I don't think I feel like up to going outside right now, same. The sentient toast, yeah, really. Maybe it's time to retire that portrait. I should probably cover this thing up. Don't want to attract flies. Yeah, I think I can get one recording in before I go to bed. Yeah, bittersweet is a word. And it's exactly what I would call this. Why are you fructosing snow? Cookies. Very tempting. I think I'll indulge after I record. Well, I guess it's time to say goodbye. End your adventure here? Yes. Jenny, Cliff, and everyone else are waiting for me. So I guess it's back to work I go. Top of the morning to you, laddies. My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome back. It's so weird to see my name there. There are days when I can't believe that I did it, and it's weird because it's like a weird dissonant thing. I think it's called cognitive dissonance, but like sometimes I just forget how much work this was and how worth it was. And I don't know if I can put into words how much this is meant to me. Just having all of you guys now and not crying, only close to it. But all the people I've met who said that this game meant a lot to them. And like, I don't know, people who just... They've said so many nice things about this game. They've said things like, this game legitimately changed my mindset, or it's inspired people to do things like get therapy, or I don't know, and I oftentimes, like when I talk to people and they say things like that, it just feels like they're talking to somebody else, like this amazingly smart person who made this game, and that I was just sort of there watching it happen sometimes. And I just don't feel like the person behind it. And until I play it, then it's like, yeah, that was me. This is terrible. I don't think I'm ever gonna love this game as much as other people do, and I think that's because, you know, I made it, and I just see all of its problems now. Of course, I love Cliff. He and Emily and I created him ages ago, and Jenny, of course, and I can't wait to really go into her character in the next game. And Billy, he is one of my favorite characters to write for. Just an absolute delight to write for him. I love him so much. Genuinely, he's wonderful. And of course Jack and Sean. And I like that there's kind of a teal on those letters. It really works. And now there's like all these things to credit. And you can see, written by Katie Pedno and Cleverbot, because yes, I legitimately did type stuff into Cleverbot. It's just so many. Thanks, perpetually. Can't wait to see you at Awesome Con, which is a real thing that I'm going to next weekend. Next Saturday. I haven't been since 2017, so I'm really excited to go. Just saying now, Undertale is not going to be that much in the next game. I think there will be Deltarune characters. We have the Lancer faces. They are wonderful. Oh my gosh, they're the best. They're the best. They're so funny. And yes, Cliff mentioned Awesome Con. It's the Washington, D.C. convention. And I set Cliff in Virginia, the Northern Virginia, in the D.C. metro area. And I live in Maryland in the D.C. metro area, and so I wanted to set a character kind of close to where I was, but I didn't want to set him like exactly where I was. So I stuck him in a different state, a little bit south of us. And yeah. Oh, it's so creepy. I don't know, I forget sometimes, like, how much, like I said, like, how much work went into this, and how much of my heart I poured into this game, and it feels like a time capsule sometimes, not only of the channel, but, like, of me. The way I wrote, the things that I liked, the person that I was when I was making this game. Because I started making this game 2 months after I turned 26, and I finished it a month before I turned 26, or 27. And I'm 28 now, and I will probably finish Glitch at age 29. And I feel a shift. I know I'm not the same person that I was, and I know the boss changed me so much, so much. And I think people who've known me since then, especially people who knew me while I was working on this, could tell you just how much not only making this game, but just talking to people from all walks of life who've played this game, who have found friends, who have, you know, gotten really excited about, the word I'm looking for, theorizing. And going back and playing this again, I'm remembering so many things. I would change so much about this game now. I've grown so much as a game developer, as a writer, and I think one of the reasons that Glitch has kind of gone through a lot of things is because I've been going through a lot of things. I've been going through a lot of transitions and learning a lot more, and I feel like I'm kind of like more on top of things now. But this is really giving me the desire to keep working on it. This is really giving me the drive that I need. And even if it takes another 5 years to make Glitch, and it won't, but it's still so much. I don't know. I don't love this game because I worked really hard on it, and it really is a time capsule of some of the more cringy things that I was doing. but it will genuinely always have a very special place in my heart, because it was the first game I ever made. It was probably going to be the biggest game I've ever made. I can't see myself making anything that gets this big, even Glitch in the System. Like, I know Jack will probably play it, so it'll probably get tons of attention, but oh my gosh, no, this game is so cringy. I felt like I was not as good a writer as I am now, and I think that I've been too critical on myself for some of the stuff that I've done with Glitch, and just feeling like, oh wow, I don't like this. I'm not doing a good job, you know, with this. But, I mean, I can't not love this. I can't not remember just how much I put into this, and how much I loved this, and how much love I poured into this, and just so much. And I think that it's good that I waited to make the sequel until the channel had shifted again. And while Jack isn't going to look the way he does on the channel now, because, you know, a lot of the art has already been made, and he keeps changing what he looks like, there will be an explanation for why that is. We are going to address it, but, you know, it still is very much like a game that kind of shifts the transition, as this game came out kind of as one of the transitionary periods of Jack's channel was kind of like starting to go, like the less, you know, crazy stuff that he was doing on the channel, like the big special effects. He wasn't quite to that point yet in making this, and even in playing this, and he's to that point now. So I feel like making Glitch in the early part of a new transition is a good idea.
Please gather a little closer.
We'll see where it goes.
That's it. We are going to give Jack a proper send-off
really sweet
with the Wireland National Anthem.
Let's just get this sentimental crap over with.
It is so much more than just sentimental. It is our culture, our heritage, our...
Yeah, can we just get to the part where I sing over everyone?
Oh, if you want me to be quieter, I can be.
No! Everyone has to sing like they're running away from a wild axeman! That's tradition too!
May, stop jumping up and down. Amy. It's really distracting.
Billy, do you want to stand next to me up front?
Yeah, let's keep all the tall people in the back where they belong.
Also, baby, can you try to be a bit less creepy this time?
I will try, but this is my default voice. There are no guarantees.
Guys, why are the officers here?
I think they're here to get everyone in place. Oh! Don't push me.
Not this voice.
I can move on my own.
Attention! We are gonna give Jack the best dang send-off in the history of send-offs, so you maggots better shape up or ship out!
Where shall I stand?
Doesn't matter. You're not, like, corporate.
Corporeal.
Shh. We're about to start.
Everyone ready? Let's begin.
We have so many more Patreon supporters now. It's crazy. I'm really thankful for all of them. Oh my gosh, this was back when we had 400 Tumblr followers. Oh bless. We have over 4,000 now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we put in 400 names, and we had to go through the whole list and check for, like, bots as well. We can't do that now. 4,000 names is just gonna be too many. I sang it well then, and yes, I have it memorized as well, because I had to sing it twice. I had to sing it as Alphys, and I had to sing it as May. And you can hear May, she's terrible. I did that on purpose. this section of the credits already. But I haven't fully figured it out yet.
Glory to Stotska!
Wrong country!
Later. There we go. Okay, I don't know why it took so long. Tons of the, tons of the devs are in this, actually. Like, that's me, that's Emily, the co-creator of Cliff, and that's Celestial Sushi. The original Cliff for my fanfiction is over here. This is Lara. I think this is Nightmare Wolf. Sorry, I'm really bad at remembering these things. This is Fife. This is actually Cena, and we thought a lot about this, and we decided not to remove her just because, you know, it just wasn't really a reason to. That's time capsule, as I said. That's Taryn, Cliff's girlfriend, and of course we had to include Julie, so she does appear here. McCory, and this is Justin. Somebody else on the team, I think Amy is there. I think this is the VA for Cliff and the VA for Jenny. Who is this? I know I'm really bad at seeing these faces and knowing these were playtesters. This is Eric from the fanfiction. Citrus, the voice of 207, is up here. One of our artists is here. One of the composers is here. And our audio mixer is here. And I can't see what's on the other end. Yeah, long day. That was a really long signing, but it looks like everyone is going home. Except the 18+ crowd. And also, yes, cosplayers. So, a great convention, right? I was in line to meet you, but got hit by the cutoff. Yeah, it was great. Sorry you didn't get up to me, but hey, we're talking now. So, it happened, right? What happened? You know, nothing. Shane Billy isn't here. Oh, one of our artists is also here. Anyway. Yeah, I miss that guy. I don't. Good guy, though. Yeah, right, Jenny? It did happen! Hi everyone. Thanks so much for playing this game. The developers and I really appreciate this, and we hope you had a great time. And more importantly, we want you to remember something. I could never have gotten where I am if it weren't for you. And this game wouldn't have been responsible if not for the community. Every single one of you is valuable. You may not see that all the time, and that's okay. But you all are important. You're an important part of the community. You're an important part of the lives of the people around you. Too often, we're our own harshest critics and our own biggest bullies. We belittle the impact we have on others because we're too critical of ourselves or underestimate our own gifts and talents. So if you remember anything from this game, please remember this. You are amazing, and you are worth it. And if you don't feel that way, that's okay too. There's a huge community out there full of amazing people who will be there for you and will encourage you. This community exists in part because of you, and that makes you valuable to me and valuable to us. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this community. We couldn't do what we do without people like you. Thanks again for playing this game. See you around. Welcome to the gallery. So I'm not going to look around at everything. Except for this. I'm going to look at this. During development, we made a lot of mistakes. We also had a lot of fun with them. So here's some pictures of our process, from mistakes to things we did to entertain ourselves, and we actually have a full channel for stuff for Glitch on the server. Oh boy, that was a thing. That was Jessica getting really frustrated with Alphys's face, and also there. Billy with his frightening red eyes. We wanted to use our own sprites for the Undertale characters, and then this ended up being what we were trying to do with Sans, and we were like, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, that's just goofing off. Oh yeah, this is this is an early version of the Layers of Fear map, but it got transferred wrong, and so it just came out really strange. And then Sean got the Sean battle transferred to the wrong spot, and so it started playing this scene. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. This was sent to us over Christmas. It was labeled Merry Jackmas. Alina was goofing off, and she sent that to us. Oh yeah, we, Potato Man originally did not have eyes, because in the original game, his sprite really doesn't have visible eyes. But when it was rendered in this art style, it looked really, really creepy. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have to give him eyes. And she comes back like 2 minutes later with this. And we all just lost it. It was great. So much fan art, I'm not gonna go into all of it. The boss's nothing came. It's already here. So that. Our glitch poster probably needs to be replaced. Only two of those fan games, to my knowledge, have been released. I know I actually asked about Repeat Entertain yesterday, and work's still being done on it. And this has been out for a year now. Y'all should play it. It's great. Great game. I don't know what is the update with this one. I should ask. But I don't know. So I can't really help that much. This is up. It's available to play now. And this is not yet done. I'm not going to read my message. Spark is a game that we've only really talked about. We haven't done anything with it yet. We probably will. When we're done with Glitch, we'll probably talk more about it, but we also have some other ideas that we might want to pursue first, because it's a really abstract idea, and I want to get some more experience making games before I want to go with that idea. Game Ending Fox, as usual. And that's the boss. So, gosh, I don't even know what to say. Like I said, it means a lot to me that people loved it, that people still talk about it. I don't think it's the best game in the world by any stretch, or that it's gonna change lives on a massive scale or anything. And I have other ideas for Glitch. And I think that I've been focusing a bit too much on like the gimmicky aspects, such as like getting really, really nice graphics. And I think the thing that people liked so much about this game was that there was so much love put into it. And I admit right now, mainly because I've had other things going on with school and classes and all that, is I haven't been able to put very much love into Glitch. And that doesn't mean I don't love it, and that doesn't mean that I don't have faith in it, or that I don't think, you know, the ideas aren't good. They are. I love what I'm doing with it, and I love where it's going, and I love my team, but I'm not loving the game. And just replaying this and seeing just how much love I put into this game, it's making me think, like, why am I wasting so much time freaking out over, you know, getting puzzles to work? I mean, obviously you want your puzzles to work. I'm not saying I'm gonna give you guys a really buggy and broken game or anything. I do have like 4 playtesting teams, 5 playtesting teams actually. Because I have one team that's gonna be doing the finale who already knows what's gonna happen. And then like all the playtesting teams are gonna have to play the game, and then the patrons are gonna get it. It's y'all don't really need all that information, but I definitely know that Glitch is gonna be the last game. And I know that it's going to be really good. And I want to you know, release it on a high note. And I want y'all to be proud of me, and I want to be proud of you guys, and I don't know, I just have a lot of things to think about, because this is the first time I played the boss in a long time. And I saw, like, everything that was wrong with it, but then at the end, the feelings that you feel from this game are real. And I don't want to forget that. I don't want to forget, you know, the experience. I want to forget everything that went into it, because if I forget that, then I've lost the heart of the game. So I know the gameplay in Glitch is not going to be brilliant. I know the story in Glitch is going to be basic, but there's still something very beautiful about what I have planned. And I don't know, I kind of feel like, you know, role-playing as Mac on the fan server has helped a lot. It's helped me realize that, you know, there is a lot more that I can say and that I can do with this universe, and that this needs to be a final send-off, a final love letter to a universe that I created back when I wasn't feeling my best. And I haven't felt my best in a long time, since well before making, you know, the boss. But I've come so far, and sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of like clinging on to this older version of myself. But I want to put where I've gone into Glitch more than try to recapture what the boss was. So I feel like there's going to be people out there who don't like it, maybe because it feels like has a different feeling as a game. But that's mainly because I'm not the person that I was when I made the boss, and well, you know, I have a crazy sense of humor, and, you know, I'm still me. So there's still gonna be, like, tropes and stuff that I still love to do. And I feel like, frankly, knowing me is gonna make people be able to be like, yeah, I know how this game's gonna go. I know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm really surprised that people haven't, like, pegged me for, like, my writing cliches and my writing tropes and stuff, but anyway, I probably talked too long. It's been 3 hours. almost. But thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me. Thank you for playing this game, for reaching out and talking to me. I've met so many amazing people because of this game. I've been exposed to so many amazing things because of this game. I met Jack because of this game. And I want to meet him again because I want to talk to him a little bit more about how things have changed and how I've changed and how him playing the game changed me. I think it changed me almost as much as actually me making the game. And I know that Glitch, I want to make the game that to me is better, even if it, you know, isn't better to everyone. But that I feel really encompasses like where I've come and where I've grown, which is why there's going to be more than one route, because there's a lot of things that I've felt, things that I've learned that couldn't be compressed into one game. And it's crazy to think, because when I started, nobody knew who I was. Nobody heard of me. And, you know, I just went on Tumblr and I said, I have this idea, it's really good, and it's gonna make a fan game. And at the time, you know, fan games weren't a really big thing on Tumblr, you know. Now a lot of fan games are in the process of being made. But before then, people weren't, you know, making fan games. It wasn't a big thing. It wasn't the thing that it is now. And, you know, all I did on Tumblr was say that I have a really good idea for a fan game and I need help. And so many people were willing to help. And if you guys hadn't taken that chance on me, on this completely unknown person who had never once, you know, made myself known in the fandom, who rarely reblogged Jack fan art and never talked about him and never commented on his videos, this complete stranger just popping out of nowhere and saying, I have this fan game idea. And a bunch of people took a chance on me, and look at what it became. And I just want to thank everyone who took a chance on me, from those who followed the boss's page from the very beginning, and I have quite a few followers who found us in November, December of 2016, before the demo even came out, to everyone who talked about it, who played it, who followed it, without knowing me, without knowing how it was gonna what it was gonna be like, without knowing how it was gonna turn out, because nobody knew who I was, and nobody knew anything about me. Or, you know, my team or anything, because we were all kind of nobodies. I don't think anybody fandom famous at the time joined our team at all, and I'd never heard of anybody. So we were just like this group of unknowns that, you know, nobody knew who we were, and we made this game, and people talked so much about it on Tumblr and all over the place that Jack took the chance on us. And that just means the world to me, and it's because of all you guys. And I'm gonna turn this off before I get too emotional, but thank you so much for taking the chance on me.